start, and it says we're live, gang. It's the Treasure Hunters. We are live on, guess what? We're live on the tube. We are live on YouTube, everybody. We just want to welcome you all. We are so anxious to have you with us, gang. If you've never heard of this little group called the Treasure Hunters, we got together, goodness, how long ago? 10 sales ago, 11 sales ago? What month was that, guys?
March.
Back in March. Okay, so we got together over on Instagram back in March, and we had our sale over there every other week, bi-weekly. And then as I started to work over here on YouTube, we all decided to come over here and give it a shot over here. So we want to welcome everybody for joining us. Those of you that are new to this sale, my name is Jason. We have Sherry from Time for Treasures. We have Garden Guy Bill down there, and we have Sherry from Two Good Friends Vintage. We're going to have ourselves a live sale today. We are going to do 8 rounds, and some of those could possibly be choice. Why don't we each go around and introduce ourselves, let everybody fill in. Sherry, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody if they're not familiar with you?
Sure. I'm Sherry, Time for Treasure. You can find me on Instagram and whatnot, and every other Tuesday on Mother Tucker's YouTube channel now. I'm happy to be here. I'm a long time YouTube watcher, although usually a lurker and often under my own private one because I've been watching YouTube longer than I've been Time for Treasure. I've been Time for Treasure for a few years. Anyway, information, I invoice through PayPal, and I ship from Philadelphia, so East Coast shipping, and my email is here, Time for Treasure Mail. Don't forget the mail. And yeah, I think that's it. Are we going to do details, which is I'll be invoicing tomorrow.
Just go for it, sure, yeah.
If by tomorrow night you haven't gotten my invoice or heard from me, then that means I haven't heard from you, which means you probably forgot the mail in Time for Treasure mail because there's somebody else, timefortreasure@gmail.com. And I really want their email, but I have written to them and they ignored me. Anyway, so if you, for some reason, can't get a hold of me, you can reach out to me on Instagram if you're on Instagram, or just ask Jason or Bill or Molly, and they can get you in touch with me. But yeah, I'm excited to be here tonight.
Well, and then let's go, Molly. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Because this is your debut over here on the tube.
Here I am, you guys. Be nice. This is my first time over here on YouTube. My name is Molly. I am with Two Good Friends Vintage. Little background on that. I have a very good friend, not my husband, but don't tell my husband, just a joke. His name is Larry. He's part of Two Good Friends. He is my packing aficionado. Your package will come to you, maybe not pretty as some that you get, but it will come in one piece and it will be very well wrapped. So that's where the Two Good Friends come from. I ship out of Pennsylvania, and I've been brought up in the eBay world. So I get my stuff out quickly. If this sale ends tonight, I'm going to get your information from you to this email, vintage@gmail.com. I just need your PayPal information and your zip code. We will wrap tomorrow. We will invoice tomorrow. And if you pay me tomorrow, I will ship tomorrow. So I will ship as fast as we can turn it around. And I welcome all communication, you guys. I'm huge on that. I've had great customers. I look forward to even more customers. And yeah, just be nice to me, please.
Oh, they're going to be more than nice to you, Molly. So how about you, Bill? Like, maybe they don't know who you are, Bill.
So yeah, I'm Bill, Garden Guy Bill. Thanks for everyone joining us tonight. I see a lot of friendly faces. Hi, Amy. Hi, Alicia. I see everybody out there. So I ship from New Jersey, northern New Jersey. I also can arrange local pickup if you are in the area at the shop. That's not a problem. I have 4 sales this week. So there's one today, obviously, and one tomorrow on YouTube. So the first round of invoicing will be on Thursday, but I'm absolutely okay keeping open boxes if you want to. Thank you, Tina. If you want to keep an open box, that's not a problem because then I have 2 holiday sales on Instagram later this week. Like everyone else, I use PayPal exclusively. I ship only to the US and Canada. I use Pirate Ship to find you the best rates for your shipping. And I am a next day guy. If you pay me today, I'll ship tomorrow as long as the post office is open.
I will introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. I'm Jason from Mother Tucker's Antiques. Again, if you guys are here on the channel, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Please give us the thumbs up. We are going to be hosting sales every single week on this channel from 5 p.m. Eastern till roughly about 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll try to be done before Ariana, the Withering Cottage. I find it easy and best to make sure to have customer service. I find it best to invoice and ship on Saturdays. So you guys won't hear from me until Saturday. Unless you need something fast-tracked, please let me know in the email when you guys email me. And when you email everybody, please make sure you email them your name, your full address, and make sure you translate if your screen name over here is different from your real name. All of our emails are right below us. They're also in the description of the video. So after you're done or right after you bid and win something, please email us so that we have your information. We are going to utilize Just In Case today, and the lovely Alicia is going to be our bid ender. But before we get going, we do have some people in the house, and I just want to scroll up to the top and make sure I say hello to everybody. If I missed anything, I'm sorry, but we're going to get going as soon as possible. So I just want to say hello to a couple people. I want to say hello to Mick. Thank you so much for joining us, Mick. She was the first one in the comments. Mick's mom. Hello, Mick's mom. We want to say hello to Lizzie. Hello, Lizzie. I think you said this is the first time you've joined us here on our sale. So thank you so much. Keep scrolling down here. I think I need to say hello to my mother or I will be in a lot of trouble. So hello, Mom. Mia Ball. Hello, Mia Ball. Thank you guys for joining us. I want to say hello to our friend Bristol, who will also be joining a sale over here next week on my channel. We need to say hello to Mary. Hello, Mary. Charisse. Hello, Charisse. Lizzie Rose. We want to say hello to Lizzie Rose. Of course, we have Alicia with us, and thank you for being our bid ender. The lovely Enamor Amy is with us. We have Charisse with us. We have Constant Crazing with us. Hello, everybody. I'm scrolling. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. There is Karen. Chasing Vintage, hello. I'm sure I missed some people. If I missed anybody, guys, shout out. But you know what? Let's get to selling because I think they want to see what we have. So are we all right if we go the way I see it? Are we all right if we go Sherry, Molly, Bill, and me? Are we all right with that? All right. Let me get everybody up this way here like this. And let's bring you down here, Sherry. I always feel like we sucker you into going first. So I always feel like we do that. Hey, Wanda.
You know what? I spent many years as a teacher, so I am used to going for it. So the first item I am bringing tonight are these Shawnee Winking Owls, salt and peppers. I'm starting them at 15. They do not have their corks, but you can certainly get them. I think you all know that. But I kind of use them as figurines, so it didn't really bother me that they don't. They are about 3 inches tall. Oh, I can show them both on this nice horizontal screen, can't I?
Yes.
I'm a huge pottery fan. I make pottery. I love pottery. I have a hard time selling pottery. Yes, Cherie, Soul Sister. Oh, you have them too. Yeah. So these are Shawnee, the Winking Owl. These are probably 40s. They also have a cookie jar in the Winking Owl, which if you ever see the cookie jar that looks just like this little 3-inch guy, but is a cookie jar, pick it up. They're super collectible. And yeah, I just love these. I think owls are big. I love the kind of creamy white, little touches of brown, and then the pink. And then of course the winking. So sweet. And to me, they're kind of year round, like they go in with your fall, but with the pink, it kind of brightens it up. And there is something about, to me, that mid-century pink that I just love. You know, they just don't do that same shade of pink anymore. There's just something kind of pink. It's not coral. It's just mid-century pink. They are, what else can I say? It definitely is a salt and a pepper because it got 3 holes and 4 holes. They're sturdy. If you know Shawnee Pottery, it's a nice Ohio pottery, Zanesville, Ohio, heavy duty. And so you really can feel comfortable using them. You just need to get the stoppers at Amazon. And quite frankly, just my opinion, if you use your vintage salt and peppers, you probably should get new stoppers from Amazon anyway.
Absolutely.
Because those corks that have been around since the 40s absorb things.
Yeah.
We don't know what, but it's probably best to have new stoppers if you're going to use them. Yeah, 3 inches. But I think of them more as figurines.
Yep, and if you find those with some gold detailing, those are even harder ones to find.
Yeah.
They made them with some gold detailing, and those seem to be even harder to find than those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've not seen those, Sherry. Those are super nice.
They would look good though, Molly, with those owl pictures, those Shawnee owl pictures that you sold last week.
Yes,
In
yes.
fact, they might be from the same line.
Yeah. I love the little wink. You know, it's like he's giving you a little side eye. He could be flirting with you.
Always good for a fall display. I love using owls in a fall display.
Yeah, and this pink has enough orange in it too to go in with your Halloween and your fall.
It does.
Yeah. Oh, see, I guess there is a slight. Is it me? Like the comments are a little bit. Yes, I have seen the cookie jar that matches Sharice, but I think I already said that. But yeah, okay. Lag. I'm figuring out YouTube, which I'm thrilled to be on. And you know, you wouldn't think it's such a big deal, but somehow you just get in your routine of where you're looking and what you're doing, and all of a sudden it just, I don't know, throws you a little bit, not a lot of bit, but you know.
You're doing fine, Sherry, and it'll all flatten out. And there is the lag over here is much different than Instagram. There definitely is one, but it is much different.
Yeah. So, oh no, don't you? I wasn't you, Sharice. All good, all good. Trying to keep up with the chat and all.
Oh, she's so cute. Sharice, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah. Well, we know Sharice too on the Instagram. So if there's no interest, that is a-okay. I never mind holding on to my pottery a little longer. But we'll do a recap at the end.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely. All right. Then let's get Molly over here. Molly, what's your first thing and what are you starting it at?
Holy cow, here we go, you guys. I'm going to start these at 18. So when I was asked so wonderfully to sell here, I was just like, I got to bring it. I have to know what I'm saying. I need to slow down my speech because I do talk a little fast. And so I thought, well, what could I do? What could I add to this sale? So I'm going to bring you a couple fun facts on my items, either about my items or a little bit of fun fact about me that ties me to these items. So you're either going to like it or not, but you'll know a little bit more about Molly when we're all said and done. So for 18, I am bringing these pair, you'll get them both, milk glass oil lamps. So 2 things you should know. Larry and I bought a ton of oil lamps. So if it's your jam, let me know because I got a lot of oil lamps. That being said, did you know that is the most safe way to use an oil lamp is with olive oil? Because
Did not know that.
Because olive oil is not flammable. So if they were to tip over, it wouldn't catch your house on fire. It's odorless. But they do say that there's a cheaper olive oil than the one we cook with, but you can put olive oil in these guys. So they are 6.5 inches tall. They do have the 2 pieces. There is a base and a shade. They are all wicked up and ready to go. And I did not put oil in these because I'm hoping that I'm going to ship them to someone, but I did put oil in and lit another one so that you could just sort of get a vibe of what these look like.
And Molly, it's 18 for both. So they're going to get both of those, right?
They are. They're going to get both. Yep, 18. Lizzie, I see 18. Thank you so much. So I have a lot of candles in my house, but I've been reading a lot lately about how the candle thing is not necessarily a good candle thing. And I'm going to bring oil lamps back, y'all. So here's the first set. We're right here. These nice little milk glass set. Again, I said they you can another thing you can order the lamp oil on Amazon. But I'm telling you, I tested the olive oil and it works. And I used the cooking olive oil and it still worked. So just a thing that you should know. They are not marked on the bottom, but they are clean, ready to go. I could pull them all apart for you, but I'm not going to waste the time to do that. This little piece does come off. You just unscrew it here. You pour the oil in. You make sure you get the whole wick lit, and you're ready to go. So I think that I have talked about them a lot. Maybe not. I have Lizzie at 18. Thank you, Lizzie. And my countdown is going to be 20, Jason?
Nope, we do 15 over here, and we are doing just in case, and Alicia is our bid ender for today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jason. So I'm going to start a countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 19 or a bid in from Alicia. And thank you, Alicia, for doing our bid in. Lizzie, thank you for this bid. Let's see how this goes. Hey, Stacy.
So gorgeous.
There's, you know what? We always talk about the milk glass coming back. And I think these are going to be a nice piece. Wonderful. I see that bid in. Lizzie, you did not need your just in case. These are yours for 18. And thank you so much for being my first buyer on the tube.
Yay!
Hey, go Molly. All right, Bill.
Okay, so my first item tonight is starting at 14, Jason, and it is this awesome yellow cat bank. It's one of these flat pieces from the 70s. It is a bank. It does not have its stopper, although that would be easy enough to replace, but it is just fantastic. I mean, look at that face. Just a great piece of 70s kitsch. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but yeah, you can see it. That glow paint glows like crazy on the flower. Such a fun piece.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's in pretty good condition. There are a few scratches you can see there on the mouth. Down here on the back leg. It does not have a maker's mark, but my research leads me to believe it's from a company called Sairmaster. Yeah, and just a really, really awesome piece of pottery. It's pretty sizable. Thank you, Isabel. I see your bid of 14. It's 5.5 inches tall. And those of you who have been around for a while may actually recognize this cat. It actually sold a while ago. And actually, the reason I brought it back is because there was a bidding war over it. So I thought maybe I needed to find it a new home. The sale didn't go through. The buyer changed her mind, but which is absolutely fine with me. But I thought I'd bring it back because there was so much interest in it initially, because it's just a really cool piece.
I love that.
And Bill, did you say any of it glows? I missed that part. The flower glows.
So the flower and the glow paint, the day glow paint glows. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
See there?
Yep. Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
neat, right?
Yep.
So if glowing is your thing, it does actually also have its original price tag on it. I haven't removed it.
I love that. I love that. I love when they still have their price tags.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. It's so worn, I can't tell what the original price was, but it is there nonetheless. Yeah, such a neat piece.
Mm-hmm.
They need to find a home. It is just too cute to be sitting on a bunch of shelves in my basement.
There we go.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So we do have a lot of active bidders, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So if you want a chance to grab this little guy, put your best bids in. Remember, you can use it just in case if you would like. Right now, the high bid is 18 with Charisse. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, as a child, I remember this day glow paint on so many things. very nostalgic for me.
My bedroom walls were painted that bright yellow when I was a teenager. I love those colors together. They're fabulous.
I had the orange.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love finding these things.
Oh, me too.
So Charisse had the high bid of 21, but Isabel came in with a just in case of 35. Thank you everyone for your bids. Isabel, this is coming to you for $22. Thank you so much.
Isabel, that's so nice. Good for you.
I love those mid-century, those very, mid-century modern animals and those banks and that day glow. So I'm going to ride your coattails, Bill, by no mistake. I didn't do it on purpose. I already had this lined up. So my first item is going to start at 20, and it's going to be on this amber, because we all know what August is. It's the month of amber glass. In case you guys didn't get the memo, it is officially amber glass month, which means it's time to buy it, decorate with it, and that's why I brought this cute little Viking cat. These can be used as paperweights or figurines. It does retain its original Viking sticker right there. Hopefully you guys are seeing that and it's reading it. The cute little kitty cat. I just think this looks like root beer. Doesn't this look like a big root beer barrel? Just so rich and colorful. It is made by Viking. I'm looking for $20. It measures about 4 inches tall by about 7 inches wide. So I just love the detailing that Viking did. I think this would be great to use in all sorts of decorating arrangements. Use it as a bookend, use it as a doorstop, use it as a figurine, even from behind, if you guys were going to use it as like reversed, like almost like a reversed figurine, you can see the detailing even more. Constant Crazy, and I see your 20. Thank you so much. Just look, I just love, he's just a cute little meow meow. And I can't tell, I think he's just like playing with his paws. So he is, he's just playing with his paws right there. Look, you can see he's just, or maybe he even has a little ball in there. I don't know. But I think this is, I haven't seen this sculpt. I've normally seen the Viking cats that are sitting. I have never seen this one until we found this one. So Julie, I see you for 21. Thank you so much. So I'm looking for 22 or more on the cute little Viking. So Lizzie, I see your 22. Thank you. I'm looking for 23. And again, the measurements on the Viking cat are about 4 inches tall by roughly about 7 inches wide. And you can just see the different tones of the amber, the yellows come out in it, the oranges come out in it. I think this would just be great. Use it even for Halloween. And it doesn't glow. I did check it with the black light. There is no glowing on it. And if you guys weren't here when I said it, it does have its original Viking label there on it, and it is the clear label. So we are at 22, looking for 23. So we're going to count this down. We are doing just in case, and Alicia is our bid ender. So let's go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 23 or more, or the bid end. And guys, I know we discussed it earlier. Isn't it nice to be relieved to not have to do the countdown, not to feel obligated to do, because they might be used to, we don't do that.
We don't do the
we don't do the yep.
No.
So, okay, there is the bid end. So
we rejected that.
We just say, go get them.
So Lizzie, you didn't need your just in case. It is yours for $22. Thank you so much. You're going to enjoy this cute little kitty cat. So cute.
Super cute. Okay. Well, I do not have amber, but I do have a piece of Viking that I'm starting at 25. This is the Floralite Amberina. And what I can tell you about this is what we call a marriage. I know this is Viking just because I know Viking, but this flower frog this is not a Viking. It didn't come with it. But originally, these came with flower frogs. And this flower frog was just, I have, not sure if it's my personal collection or my personal hoarding of flower frogs, but I went through them and I found one that fits so nicely. So I thought, you don't need the flower frog in it. It's still just a beautiful bowl, which I'll get to in a second. But if you want to, then you have the frog with it, how it was originally. This frog that fits so nicely, just so you know, is the kind of flower frog that has all the flower frog holes, but this right here is for a candle. So you can put a candle and then have things around. which really could be quite beautiful. If you know Viking glass, it's just such a beautiful, smooth, clear glass, right? I love the 3 feet because it's such a modern line. It is the Amberina. So we've got the cadmium and the feet. Okay, let's see if I can do this with the lights. Dun, dun, dun. You can see the glowing on the feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you can. Yep.
And up around the rim too.
Yes, you can. Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's such a beautiful piece. I actually think that the glowing orange with the black light is so pretty for like Halloween. I know a lot of the uranium glass, but it gives that red and orange kind of thing. But what's so nice about this is if you're not super into Halloween, or even if you are, after Halloween, you know, it's a beautiful red bowl that you can use with the candle and put some either artificial or real. Like to me, you can go to Christmas, you can go to Valentine's Day. The easiest way to put flowers in this for me, I would just go outside, take a few branches off of a tree, a few little greeneries, put a candle in, and then you kind of just, you have it. Yeah. Meanwhile, if you don't want to use the flower frog, you have a beautiful piece of Viking. I don't know if I said it's 3.5 inches tall. It's the diameter of the opening is 3 inches and the whole piece is 4.5 inches.
And Sherry, they are getting the flower frog with it, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Right. I just wanted to be clear that it's not a Viking flower frog, but originally this Viking piece came with a flower frog. And so I thought, well, if I have one that'll fit it, I'm just going to include it in so you can kind of have it as original. And to be honest, of course, it's always nice to have things exactly as how they came, but the flower frog, the Viking, the clear glass, this is the piece that's really the beautiful piece that you want to be the Viking, because that Viking glass is just such a smooth, beautiful.
I feel like you can dress that piece up and leave it just like that. It's very elegant, just like that, sitting on a table, nice lines. But you know what? Then you can have fun with it too, because it could be like a cauldron in your Halloween display if you have some kind of witch or ghost that could stand around it. So, and then you could just roll it right into Christmas. So, I mean, I like you can use something many, many times and you're not just packing it away because the season's over.
Me too. I know. I love the 3 feet. That doesn't mean. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
That's what I was going to say, but HM just said the same thing. Can we talk about those feet? Because this bowl shape in Viking doesn't generally have feet on it. It usually rests on the bottom. So these feet make it a little bit more special and a little bit more versatility, especially around Christmas. If you wanted to put a wreath around the bottom of it, the bowl would still be high enough to display other things in it.
I love that piece.
Yeah, the feet are neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it could be a candy dish. It could be some little tiny mercury balls at Christmas, Valentine's Day. You've got the red. You don't really see the yellow too much if you don't put it under the black light. So that's what I like about the Amberina, is that you can make it kind of glowy and cool, or just like a beautiful piece of red glass. Yeah, flickering battery candle would be really pretty in it too. Yeah. So yeah. Mick, I see you're in at 25. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful piece. And I do think the flower frog is fun too. Yeah. No, definitely includes the flower frog. And I see the sun is setting. We were talking about having a 5 o'clock sale is good with me. The only thing is, lucite candle would be beautiful in it too. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. But a real taper would be nice too. At 5 o'clock means the sun is setting. So you get your lighting ahead of time. And then as the sun's setting, I'm like, okay, well, that worked 10 minutes ago and now it's different, but it's all good. It's a fun time of day anyway to do it. But yeah. Yeah. So I love this piece, Mick. Hopefully, maybe it's going to you. We shall see. I think I will start a countdown. Just remember, we are doing the just in case. And Alicia, thank you very much, is our bid ender. So I will start it at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for the bid end. Yep, a Mercury garland in it at Christmas. Super
Great
pretty.
idea.
Put some of those picks in there, the Mercury picks. That would look good too.
It's just a beautiful form and it lends itself to so many things. Okay, Alicia, I see the bid end. Thank you so much. And Mick, thank you so much. Coming to you.
All right, Molly, you're back up. How much
All
is
right.
your item?
I'm going to do choice starting at 12.
Okay.
And I'm looking at my little cheat sheet, y'all, and I didn't even write a fun fact on this. So I'm just going to give you the fun fact. Number 1, I have 2 cats, which is why I brought this adorable little brass ring holder. So this is choice number 1, and you're going to laugh because I don't really have a fun fact about this little swan, except for that it too can hold your rings. So there's your fun fact. Now I'm going to get a white piece of paper here so that you guys can see these a little bit better. I fell in love with this little kitty, you guys. It has the blue eyes like the Siamese kitties. It's got a really nice patina. You can just take your rings, you slide them right here on the tail. The kitty measures 2 across the bottom by 6 inches tall. Just adorable to sit on your little dresser. And your other option, again, choice for 12, is this super cute little green mid-century modern swan. And this little guy measures 3 by 3.5. It is that olive green. Pull this up here for you. It has some really cool detailing around its head. They really did add some nice features to it.
Those make great little just trinket dishes just to have around, like to even drop the ring in, like you were saying. You could drop your little push pins or paper clips or anything else in it, or a gum catcher.
Yeah.
Remember that? The old school gum catchers?
Yeah. I just, this just definitely screams that whole mid-century modern vibe. I just like little things. And for my first time on here, you guys, I'm trying to get a vibe for what you like. So I could be on the mark or off the mark, but I mean, you can't really go wrong with that green. And I really don't think that you can go wrong with brass either. Like, this thing is adorable. I'm hoping that it's coming across the way it comes across here in my home.
So mid-century cool. And his eyes or her eyes are
they're blue.
fantastic.
Look, they're little blue. And if you are a cat collector, now you could have Bill's cat bank. You could have Jason's Viking cat. And then you could have this little brass kitty. And you have a full collection in one show. Sharice, I see you at 12. Thank you so much. So again, I have kitties. So I was sort of drawn to this little kitty. But I am a sucker for this like really nice olive green, you guys. And again, it always does a little better when I put this behind it and I get it out of that ring light for you. That is a really, really, I don't know. I'm a sucker for the glass. Bill and I talk about that all the time. Glass and pottery for sure.
Well, and glass is so pretty when the light goes through it. And
just simple, it's just so simple. So I'm asking 12 for choice. I have Sharice down at 12. So I am looking for 13 or more. Oh boy. Help me out there. Yapio? Oh boy, I'm not good at that game. Are you trying to guess what that name is? But I do see you at 13, so that's the best part. I'm going to start a countdown. Remember that we're doing just in case. Alicia is our bid ender. I am at 13 for choice. I'm looking for 14 or more, and I'm going to go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 14 or more for choice or Alicia's bid end.
Molly, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I think it's phonetically for Yippee-I-O. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
was trying to slide it in there and I wasn't fast enough, so I'm sorry. But yes.
I like Yippee-I-O. That's good. I'm glad I know it now.
They're in a
thank
lot.
you so much for the bid end. So Charisse, I have you at 14. Let me know if you would like the brass kitty or if you would like the swan. And then yippee-i-o, if you would like the other one for 13, that could happen. So let's.
You know, it is phonetic like that. It's so obvious once you know it. But when you're kind of
Right.
looking at it and you don't want to offend somebody and mispronounce their name, it just isn't that obvious.
Charisse, I see you for the kitty. So yippee-i-o. You think that's yippee-i-o? Would you like the green swan?
I'm almost.
Yippee-i-o. You are so right. Jason, you're so good at that. So just let
No,
me know.
I just know them from the community and know them from sales. They've been in other sales I've been in, so I know them.
Okay. So yippee-i-o, if you would like this for 13, the swan, it can be yours. I'll just watch here in the comment. Oh, yes. I love when that works out. Thank you both so much.
All right.
Okay.
Guys, you're doing great. Like, honestly, Sherry Molly, you're doing just fine. You're doing awesome.
All right, Jason, my next item is 28, and it's for this little lady here. Staying on brand, for those of you who don't know me, Garden Guy Bill, I bring at least one planter to every sale, and this lady head vase is my planter for the day. She is a Napco piece. She's in great condition. I can't say that she has any condition issues of note, except you will see two little black dots in her blonde hair, which are actually holes from when she was manufactured. She has both of her original earrings, and this beautiful pink ribbon actually was placed on her afterwards, but I didn't remove it because whoever tied it so nicely. It's like perfect, and it makes me think she's a stewardess or something. Sorry, Alicia. I hate it when I cause people pain. And the great thing about this sculpt, this Napco sculpt, is that if you are someone who wanted to start a collection of similar vases, there are several varieties available in terms of hair color, eye color, and garment color. And today I have the black garment for you, and it's one of the harder ones to find. So I just think it's really, really special. Then I'll give you a close-up on this beautiful vase. I mean, it's flawless. You can't see any damage or any issues with it at all.
Bill, she has blue eyes, doesn't she?
She does.
Those are super rare to find ones with blue eyes. They always have green and brown eyes. I don't often see a lot of blue-eyed head vases.
Yeah, she's a special one. I was happy to pick her up. Now, she does not have a sticker on the bottom, but I have verified that she is the Napco sculpt. Her number is C7313. If anyone is a collector, that's important for collectors to know. She's 4.5 inches tall, 3.5 inches from side to side. I agree, Mary. She's gorgeous. And, you know, when I see a figure like this, I just remember my mom's high school yearbook photo. You know, it's very much similar styling in terms of the makeup and the hair. So it always makes me think of my mom. And all the women in my mom's yearbook had to wear the same bodice. They were all wearing like the same sweater or something. Yeah. And they all had pearl earrings in. So it was like a very, John, that's a good question. I tried to find if she originally had a necklace. I did not see online. I did not see any of the ones currently being sold or on WorkPoint with a necklace. So I'm not sure if she came with a necklace originally. Many of them did. I can't say either way if she did or not.
I just want my eye makeup to look like that. Like, she's got fabulous eye makeup on. And look, her eyebrows are perfectly arched. They're even current today.
The cheeks. I love the way they have the rosy cheeks on her.
She's beautiful, Bill.
Yeah, she's special. And I just give you a close-up of the earrings. They're nice. And they have a little, do you see the little pearl on the ear part? And then the dangling pearl? Yeah, really neat sculpt. Okay, so we have a bid of 30 from Steel Whisperer. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown of 15. If you're interested, consider using just in case if she's someone you want me to send to you. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for a bid end from Alicia or a bid of 31 or more for this really nice Napco head vase.
Charisse, I'm with you. My daughter does her eye makeup like that. And I'm thinking like, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm too old, I think, to do my eye makeup like that now. Maybe for Halloween. Maybe I'll do it for Halloween. Maybe I'll come to a sale, you guys, and I'll have my eye makeup look like that.
Maybe I will too.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, there's Alicia's bit. Well, Jason's got to do it if I'm going to do it.
There you go.
All right, I'm in.
Jason's usually
It's in
on
my
my
arm.
All right, so there's Alicia's bid end. John K has the high bid at 32. Congratulations, John. Peaches, I'm so sorry your bid of 33 came in after we see the bid end. So John, this lady's coming to you. Thanks so much.
Nice.
Can't wait to see how he works that into a display. I think that's what goes into my head every time John buys something. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see how he makes this even better. So,
And he's like, and it might be like next week's display. It might be like something he's cooking up for January, but
Wow.
he's thinking.
So exciting.
absolutely. All right, my next item is going to be choice, and it can't be a sale with Mother Tucker's if we don't have some salt and pepper shakers. So the first choice that you can choose from are these portly pigs. We have peppy and we have salty. Now, there's no major damage, but there are some rough spots around, just little specks of roughness. Okay, so I don't want to call them chips. They're not quite flea bites. They're almost like that they were unglazed. But since these have gotten probably dusty or greasy in a kitchen, it has darkened there a little bit. So these are made by Napco, and they do have their original Napco sticker, as you can see right there. Oh, I feel like I'm learning how to do this for the first time. So they have their Napco. One of them, yep, there is a cork that's in there. So he does have his cork. The pigs are about 5 inches tall. And this little guy's wearing a checkered, probably a checkered jacket. He has his checkered towel on his arm, and he's got his spoon in one hand. And he is just happy as can be. So he is salty. And then here's Peppy here. So he has a blue towel in his hand. You can see this guy. His is probably, it verges on the color of burgundy or pink, but that one is blue. And then he is a different color as well, and he is Peppy. And there are just a few little rough spots, but these cute guys would look great in your kitchen. They'd look great in your Kitsch collection. And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't call. He has the one little rub right there in his nose. I did have that written down. So see if I can get it to focus here. You can see there's just a little rub right there on his nose. So there's your first choice. And then your second choice, I'm really anxious to show you guys these. These are your cow shakers right here. They are wooden, and they are that redware, like almost that redware pottery that is painted black. So you're going to say to yourself, Jason, why are these cows that important? Thank you, Tracy. I see you're 12. Why are these so important? Well, these have their noisemakers in them. And if you guys watched one of our videos, we went through some of our shakers, and these were in our collection. This guy, he still works. So if you can listen, you'll hear, hold on. Can you hear that? All right. So this guy works. This guy does not. So what happens is these twist off. So these twist off. So each one of the little hats, one says pepper right there, and the other one says salt. So you can see right there. So we're 12 looking for 11. The cold paint is in very good condition. As you can see, these measure about 5.5 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. And they do have a souvenir of Georgia on here. So they do have a souvenir there on the bottom. And the name of the town is Monacan. It's Macon. Macon. It's M-A-C-O-N. It's Macon.
It's Macon, Georgia.
Just like Yippee, there I am looking a fool on the YouTube as we hit 100 viewers. So that's all right. I'm cool with that. So we did hit 100 viewers. Thank you guys for joining us today. So we're at 12 looking for 13. If y'all know Jason from Mother Tucker's, he's bound to count wrong or he's bound to read something wrong. That's just how it is. But I don't do it intentionally. It just happens. So we're looking for 13 on either the Moo cows that are wood and porcelain, and the make sure I know which one it is, because I know. There we go. If you guys never heard one of these, there you go. So you can hear that one works. Or the big portly pig shakers that do just have a little bit of wear, like he has a little wear right there to his snout. There we go. Get it to focus. You can see right there on his snout, just a little bit of wear. So let's go ahead and count these down. We have a fellow salt and pepper shaker lover bidding on them, Tracy. So we're going to count it down from Tracy. You might want to use it just in case. So we're going 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for 13 or more, or the bid end. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for only seeing the good things. Thank you. So there's Tracy's just in case of 31, and then we're just looking for Alicia's bid end. And there's our bid end. So Miss Tracy, you're going to have to let me know which one or both you won at the 12. So, all right, she didn't hesitate. So let's go ahead, and they're both yours. Congratulations.
Good, Tracy.
All right. There.
Those cows are so cute anyway. And then to have like a working noisemaker in your collection is so awesome, I think.
Agreed.
My next item starting at 12. It is not choice. It is for the pair. It's funny. These deer both measure 2 inches by 3 inches. It's just this guy's 3 inches tall and 2 inches. I guess they're girls with the spots. And this one's 2 inches tall and 3 inches long. But I couldn't separate them, so they're not choice. They have no issues. I will say I don't know the manufacturer, but I do know that at one point this was 19 cents at Woolworths, which
I love that sticker.
Woolworths just is so nostalgic for me. And 19 cents. I mean, I love that about it. Yeah. So they are so sweet with the really big eyelashes. They have no condition issues whatsoever.
Yeah, those are fabulous.
Sweet pink ears. We've got the spots. I just think that, the deer, I think they go so nice in fall, but I mean, I love deer year round. I love them. I mean, I don't know. They're the same size. Maybe it's a mom and a baby. Maybe they're just two cuties. I'm not 100% sure.
I love them until they eat all my hostas. Then I don't love them so much anymore.
Well, then you can enjoy these because they will not eat your hosta. I see Yippee-I-O. And Sharice, I see your bid also. Thank you.
They are adorable.
Yeah, just so sweet. I don't know the manufacturer. I tried to find them. I don't know. And the clay's a little bit darker than a typical made in Japan clay. So they might be a little bit later than that. I tried. I really didn't know. But sometimes, well, I know they're old because nothing's 19 cents at Woolworths. I don't even know if there still is a Woolworths. No. And also sometimes I like to just go by aesthetically when you just know something is, get rid of that light. Just so sweet.
Sherry, show their eyes again. There's like this super long, like luscious little eyelash on the side of that one. That is so sweet.
Yeah, and then just that touch of pink. And this one also has the
the fact that the legs have no damage is amazing.
Right?
Those, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's usually every time I find a deer, that's my biggest. It's like, okay, where's the damage? Where's the damage?
I know. I was holding them up the other day up at my ring light. Come on, legs. Don't show your flaw in the show. If you've got a problem, tell me now.
Exactly.
Right? We've all had that, right? Where you're like,
I think we've all had that on a sale together.
Yes.
Yes. Something about the lights. It just brings out whatever. Yeah. All righty. Well, I see some bids. So we're at 14. I will start a countdown. This again is not choice. This is for the pair because I wanted to keep them together. You can do what you want, but I thought I'm keeping them together. But we are using just in case. So we're looking for 15 or more. And I will start the countdown from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end from Alicia. Thanks for your bids, guys. And I'm glad people like them because I was like, too cute. Those eyes.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Yes,
put them in your pixies and your bottle brush forest, Lizzie. I agree. And there's the bid end. So yippee-I-O-A. Sorry, I can't. You got it. These are coming to you for 14. Thank you very much. Make sure to give me a email, timefortreasuremail@gmail.com. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Molly.
Okay, fun fact number 3. My husband is an architect, and he is a mid-century modern architect when he can be. But in the architecture world, sometimes the client just won't let you do that cool, fancy stuff. However, we do bring cool, fancy things into our house. Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm starting this at 24, Jason. Sorry. Here we go. 24. So check out this bowl. This is a Marquee by Waterford bowl. It measures 6 wide by 4.5 inches tall. It has some really good weight to it. So I say that not to scare you with the shipping, but just to let you know that when you hold this in your hand, you will know that you actually have a nice piece of glass. Look at the rim and how wide and thick this rim is. This can go anywhere, you guys. You can sit it on your coffee table and just stare at it. It's that fabulous. And I did hear that August is for amber. So I'm bringing the amber because that's how you roll into fall, is with these fabulous fall colors. It's hurt my arms though. It does have some weight to it.
I love the mid-century modern, y'all know that. But what I love about it too is it's a beautiful form all by itself. But because it's just clean lines, you can do anything you want with it. You know, you can put a whole bottle brush, tree, pixies, and deer little arrangement inside, and it still looks cute. Or you can just have it like that.
And it is marked down here, just so you know. You're not going to be able to see it, but there is a Marquee by Waterford mark here. It is very simple. It's just simple and elegant. And I honestly, I can't really say much more about it just because I really feel like it speaks for itself.
Alicia says Mercury beads and some pixies at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't colored Waterford even harder to find? Didn't they make it mainly in clear? So to find it, and I think I've seen it in a red and in an amber, I think it's harder to find Waterford that's colored.
It is. And Marquee is the newer. Hey, Lizzie, I see you at 24. Thank you. It is the newer line, if there is a line in Waterford, but it's Waterford. I mean, you can tell by, I'm building my arm muscles here because this got some hate.
Can you ding it for us, Molly, so they can hear what crystal sounds like?
Well, you know what? I don't believe that this is crystal, actually, because I was doing some reading about that.
Really?
Yes, listen.
Okay. Is that okay? All right.
It is a Bill, do you want? Oh, I thought he's waving. It is not like the Waterford crystal. And I am embarrassed to say that I didn't write down what it was because I thought, oh, do they really need to know?
No. I'm sorry. I thought when you said Waterford, that was my assumption.
No, it is not the Waterford crystal.
Gotcha.
But it is. And Lizzie, if that changes it for you, girlfriend, that's fine. But it does not ting like your traditional Waterford. But it is a fabulous mid-century modern piece. And if that's your vibe, this is a statement piece for sure. Like, people are going to ask you about it when you have it sitting, and it can be all by itself.
Molly, I'm almost tempted to say you could also turn it upside down and maybe display one of those mini pumpkins in it for the fall, but it's almost too nice to use it as a display stand, right?
I mean, you have to trust me on this, you guys. I know how it's coming across there. I think it comes across okay, but I am telling you, when you open this up and you take a look at it, you will be, it is hearty for sure. And just yummy amber, beautiful color. I can't really say too much more about it. I'm really sort of love this piece, just to be honest with you. Peaches, I see you at 25. You can see how this centerpiece right here is all clear. Mm-hmm. And that sort of does match also this rim here. This rim is also comes across as clear. And then you just have this yummy, yummy amber color. It's just, September, October, November, December. I mean, maybe you pull it out when you have Valentine's stuff. I don't know. I'd run this all the way through winter if it were mine. No, it's not going to be mine.
Yeah, I think the amber also goes really well if you like more of the, if you have wood items.
Yes.
The amber glass just kind of blends right in.
It does. So just real quick again, let you know, it's 6 by 4.5. 6 across, 4.5 up, nice simple lines. It does have the etched marking down here, which again, you're not going to be able to see it, but trust me, it's there. And I keep thinking like, yeah, it's right here, but you're not going to see it there. Maybe a little bit. I can see.
Oh yeah, you can see just a little bit. Yep.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I have peaches at 25. We are doing just in case, you guys. Alicia is our bid ender. Thank you for doing that, Alicia. I'm going to start at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 26 or a bid end. It's got some weight. Glad I did this early.
I'm assuming it didn't glow, Molly.
It doesn't.
It doesn't glow.
No, it does not glow. But you know what, Jason? It doesn't need to glow.
No, you're right.
They
were just asking.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. Sorry, you guys. No. It is just so fabulous that it's good. Busy, I see your just in case. I see your 24. Did you shine one of those flashlights?
No, that was Peaches at 25. I'm sorry, I went up too high. So you had Peaches. Okay. And then her, just in case, at 32, which means she gets it for 26.
Yeah, so look, just so y'all know, it doesn't glow, but I will throw that light on there just to show you. So, Lizzie, this is yours for 26. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to get it. I want to hear all about it.
And guys, I know you're all probably new to Molly, so there's Molly's email. So please make sure you email her your PayPal email, your full address, and your name, because she needs that so she can make sure she's sending it to the right person. So, All right, you're up, Bill.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, so many of us have these. This brand is called a lumen shooter. These are lights that you can get on Amazon that will help you elucidate whether or not any of the old glass that you have or paint that's on pottery actually has anything in it that fluoresces, any of the uranium or the cadmium. So if you're it is a special light. So if you are interested, you can get one yourself and then go around your house and test things out. It's a fun activity to do. So Jason, I have choice next at $12.
All right.
And those of you who have followed Jason and I selling together before know that we usually piggyback off one another unintentionally. So I bring a cat, Jason brings a cat, he brings salt and pepper shakers for choice, and I bring salt and pepper shakers for choice. So the first choice I have are these awesome Hound Dog salt and pepper shakers. They are Japan pieces. They both have the Japan tags, the really old Japan tags too, and they both have their cork stoppers there, and they are in great condition. No repairs, no chips, no cracks, but just these sweet puppy faces. Yeah, puppies.
They're like hound Dalmatians.
I thought they were Dalmatians too, but everybody.
No, they're not. They're hound Dalmatians. They're like a hound face with the Dalmatian spots. No, I don't know that. I'm just saying that's what they look like.
Yeah, they look like a cross. I also have these kitties, these sweet kitties, which are Napco pieces, and they're actually holding real balls of yarn. It's actually really yarn that they're holding. And they also, at one time, they have noisemakers, and at one time those noisemakers would have worked, as Jason just demonstrated. These two no longer work, but you can see that the Napco stickers are still there on the bottom. But these are just so sweet, these two little kitties with the blue eyes. Oh, and I should also point out, they have their whiskers still. Oftentimes, these got pulled out by kids like me, but both of them still have their whiskers as well as their stoppers. And because the bottom of these cat salt and pepper shakers holds the noisemaker, the top piece is its own unit, and it's glued on top of this. So it's the top piece that would hold the salt. The salt wouldn't obviously go all the way through, but this one is the salt shaker. So there's the blue yarn and the tan yarn. So let me show you both the puppies and the kitties all together, because I know we have puppy people and I know we have kitty people, and they are
trying to get over the whiskers.
Yeah, the whiskers are pretty cool. You can see on both cats the whiskers are present. The glaze on these dogs is just amazing. I wish I could. I tried to track down what manufacturer these were, but it's just really, really great. But as I said, they do have those really old Japan tags on them. Do you have an idea, Jason?
No, usually with those paper labels, they're Christ. So I think they're early Christ. Yep, pink ceramics.
Oh, it's so funny. I was just looking through the book earlier today, the Christ book, and it didn't occur to me to look them up. Yeah, but they're pretty cool. So if they are Christ, hey, that's a deal.
Yep. Before they started using the rhinestones on everything.
That one too. He's so cute with his little tush in the air.
Yeah. I love it when they have like different poses. So just some sweet salt and peppers. If anyone wants to add to their collections. And right now we're at 17 with Christy. Thanks everyone. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia just confirmed that they are Christ.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and start a countdown. Christy's in at 18 now. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for a bid end from Alicia, or right now a bid of 20 or more. Christy has the high bid at 19. Actually, Christy has the high bid at 18. Just a Viewer came in with a just in case of 20. So Just a Viewer, there was a bid of 19, so 20 is your bid. Let me know if you would like the kitties, the puppies, or both. And then Christy, you have the backup bid at 19. Thank you all for your bids.
Excellent.
All right. Are you able to watch the chat, Bill, or do you
Sure
want
thing,
to wait?
Not a problem.
Okay. Well, and Chris, thanks for joining us. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Sorry you haven't been feeling good the past couple of days. So hopefully we can bring some joy to your afternoon here. So my next
Jason, just point out we have a big lag. Wanda's
on.
just in case.
yeah.
Oh, Wanda.
Make sure maybe Wanda, you know the drill, Wanda, right? Like
Make sure you're in live chat. Yep.
Well, sometimes if I accidentally go out and then all of a sudden I don't realize that I somehow paused it as a viewer and scooted over.
Did you see? Oh, Just a Viewer wanted them both. You got that, Bill, right? Just a Viewer wants both.
I didn't see that, but now I did.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Good choice.
Yep. So my next items are going to start at choice at $8, and they said, I've heard it, August is the month of amber glass. So I got 2 amber figurines, and I have this one for you at $8. Now I've heard this called 2 things. I've heard this one called Viking, and I've heard it called rainbow glass. Now, if I recall, Viking bought rainbow. So I don't know if they continued to make this. I'm not too sure since it doesn't have a label. But that is what I'm going to speculate on this swan. So you don't get much more mid-century than the pinched face here and the big blob or dollop of glass there on the back. I just love this. It's in very good condition. It is a little weightier, but not too heavy. Okay, thank you. Then I was correct. So this swan here comes in at about 3.5 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. So Constant Crazy, I see you for 8. And it's an overall great condition with, like I said, no chips, no cracks. There's no issues at all to the neck on the swan. I just think this would be great in your fall displays. You know, if you guys dig amber glass and you have it out all year round, this would definitely go great with it. And I know that they made these swans in different colors, so you could definitely start a collection and collect some different colors. Your other option is going to be what I know is a rainbow whale. Now, rainbow glass whale. There is a small issue to his tail right there. You can see right there, it looks like there's a little sliver that was knocked out of it. But what is so odd is it is not overly sharp. It's very, very smooth. Maybe a little rough right here, but very smooth. So please remember that in your bidding. Other than that, he or she, they are in very good condition. So Isabel, I see your 9, Constant Crazy, and I see you back for 10. So we're looking for 11 or more. And this guy here is coming in at about 4 inches by about 3 inches tall. So again, This guy is rainbow glass. I do know that. They did make these in other colorways. There is just this weird, like almost maybe he was dropped or bumped, this little sliver. We'll call that a chip on his tail right there. But in essence, it isn't in the typical chip where a piece is completely off. I think for display purposes, he displays very well. So that was your second choice, was him. And then just a slight different amber, we have the rainbow swan or Viking swan, have you, in great condition with no damage at all. I love, he almost looks like a Hershey Kiss swan.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just, and that the way that rich, just like, the colorway is just incredible. And again, he or she, they, is about 3.5 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. So let's go ahead and count this down. We are at 10, looking for 11. We are doing just in case. That is on choice. And Alicia, thank you so much for being our bid ender this afternoon. So let's go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 11 or more. No, they don't glow. They do not glow. Yippee-I-O or Yippee-I-A, I see you for 12. We're looking for 13 or more. Let me sit that down so I can highlight that. And thank you all for joining us. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Mother Tuckers, please subscribe and or make sure down in the description, all of these great sellers have an Instagram account. Please make sure you're following them as well down below. So there's our bid end. So Yippee-I-A, let me know if you wanted the swan for 12 or if you wanted the whale for 12. You can definitely take them both for $12 each. And then Constant Crazing, you'll have backup at 10. So since I'm hosting and I tend to mess things up, if we can just wait to get a response from one of them, I hope you guys don't mind.
I was just going to say to Wanda, do not feel alone. Half the time I can't even figure out how to get my camera on.
I got you for the swan. So
it's just so frustrating when like Wanda's not new to YouTube. She's like, exactly. I knew that.
Exactly. I know.
But we all do that.
And then Constant Crazing, if you wanted the whale for 10, please let me know. Remember, there is the issue there for 10. And then backup would be Isabel. Then if you guys can just watch the chat.
Yes. Yes.
She wants the whale. All right. Thank you so much. Then let's get you over here, Sherry.
Okay. My next item, I'm starting at 25.
Gotcha.
I love paper. I love ephemera. I love anything paper. I think it's because I like a lot of natural materials, pottery. I think glass is natural. Go ahead.
What was that again, Sherry?
25.
25. And hello, Sarah, for joining us.
Hi, Sarah. So I love paper. This is, I kind of think, amazing. This is, for the first time, a complete portrait collection of the Academy Award Best Actor and Best Actress. This is from 1962. So it has, just keep hearing, thanks. They are all by Nicholas Volpe. If you know him, he was the 1960s artist to do character portraits of celebrities. Like, the Brown Derby in Hollywood, he did all of these. So if you do your math, 1928 to 1961 is 34 years of Best Actors and Actresses, which is 68 of these portraits of every Best Actor. And I can't show you them all because we don't want to be here all night. But sometimes he did both the person and their movie role. And it has his signature. Now it's not his real signature. These are prints, right? And then it'll say like Sophia Loren, 1961, the movie and the movie house is on it. These are, I tell you what, I have one to show you for sure that this is Ronald Coleman from 1947. And do you see there's this tiniest, can you see there's a tiny, I don't want to make it worse, tiny little tear?
Yep.
Yes, just very minute.
That's it. No other rips or marks. I mean, they are so pretty. I would say the only thing I have to be full disclosure, They're 8 1/4 by 10 1/2. So I personally think so. Framing you might have to fudge a little, but like you have a movie room, you just put all these portraits. And like I said, this was if you know the Brown Derby, it had all the famous Hollywood people, their pictures on the wall. I mean, we've got what's that?
Ariana's here with us. I was just saying hello, and she's asking, is it complete?
Yes, it is. Well, so 1928, so was the first year they had Academy Awards. This was put out in 1962, so it goes 1928 to 1961. So 34 years, Best Actor, Best Actress, and I couldn't believe it. When I got it, I came home and I sat there like going through it, putting it back in order. I'm like, there's no way. There's got to be one missing. I mean, we've got like I wrote a few down. We've got Sophia Loren, Burt Lancaster, Elizabeth Taylor, Charlton Heston, Joanne Woodward, Yul Brynner, Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, Gary Cooper, Humphrey Bogart. A few people I don't know. I don't know Paul Lucas, Laurence Olivier, Jane Wyman, wasn't she? She was Ronald Reagan's first wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gary Cooper.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're amazing because this was his thing. This was his whole career. James Stewart.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, I do too.
That's amazing.
I can show you them all, but in 64 portraits. Ginger Rogers.
Wow.
You know, I mean, this was his thing, right? These
Right.
things. I mean, I don't know what you could do but yeah, Best Actresses. Like I said, sometimes they showed the character that they played.
Right.
But it is such a piece, Vivian Lee. It is such a piece of movie history. And I even love I love that the movie name and then movie house. What's that word? The movie
theater? No.
The
production company?
Yeah,
No.
like MGM, because that was
Right.
such in these days of Hollywood, right? Like you were as an actor and actress, you signed on with that theater house.
It was a branding right to be with them, a branding
You
right.
were, Spencer Tracy, I see your bids. Thank you so much. I'm so glad because I never know with ephemera. People are gonna love it as much as me, but I was surprised too. I put a reel out yesterday just of these, and I couldn't believe how many people. Because on Instagram, when you put tags, sometimes that have nothing to do like with your normal tags, people kind of get a hold of you, just the movie people and I was getting a lot of people messaging me about it. I was like, oh, okay, because if you're a movie fan.
Amazing. A gallery wall with these would be amazing. Like even if you know someone that has a man cave, these would be amazing in.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
Yeah.
And Sherry, I think you could black matte them on the back, and that would sort of help your frame size for sure.
Yeah, because I was kind of hoping they were 8 by 10. And I was like, but I always 8 1/4 by 10 1/2. Are you kidding me? But so I don't know who you are. I know Betty Davis.
You're nobody. I don't know who you.
I don't know. You got an Academy Award, Clark Gable.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right?
Typical Gone with the Wind right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fabulous.
Yeah. And it's so fun to see these movies. And oh my gosh, this was especially fun for me during that, that 2020 situation. My family and I, we were all spread out over the country. My mom was isolated. So we started a movie club so that we would watch an old movie, everybody on their own. And then because we would Zoom her every day and there was kind of nothing to talk about. So all these old Hollywood movies are kind of recent in my brain because that's what we were doing to kind of find multi-generational movies that we could all chat about. Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah, beautiful.
Stunning.
Yeah, there's also sorry if I'm going too long, but I was it's like a trip down memory lane too.
It
right?
is. No, and they are amazing. And I think by you going through them, you get a feel for what you're really purchasing because you are getting a lot with that.
You're paying 38, and I appreciate it. Not a complaint. You're paying less than $1 a portrait, and I get it. Some of them are nobodies.
Well, they made it into the book.
That takes a lot of arrogance, right? They've won an Academy Award. I'm like,
I don't know who you are. That's all right. Keep moving.
Yeah, I am. I don't know you. I did know that one guy was Barrymore. Isn't that Drew Barrymore's father or grandfather?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then even the very 1928 was Emil Jannings. And trivia time.
I love trivia.
Janet Gaynor.
Oh. What was she? Who is she?
She was in Seventh Heaven with Fox movies.
Interesting.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So so nice. I did show you. I don't know if the one has that little tear, and I took my post-it off, but they were a nobody. I'm kidding. I mean, it was, but come on, you're all
No, I know
you're
it. No,
all
I
famous,
know.
but you're not all Betty Davis or Clark Gable or Vivian Lee. And then it all-
Non-mainstream. Non-mainstream.
Yeah. Well, we all, sometimes, even now, don't you sometimes watch the Oscars and be like, really?
The Grammys, I don't even know half the things that are going on by today. I swear I live in yeah.
And even the case is cool, right?
Very nice.
Okay, yeah. What's up? Thank you so much for your bids. I will start a countdown. I will zip through my next turn, y'all. But I'm glad to see people like them. And I just feel like in the right house, they just like, I kind of did want to keep them and hoard them, but I was like, you know what? I don't have a wall for them. And they kind of need to be enjoyed, don't you think? Yeah. So 15. Oh, I'm sorry. We're at 40. We're looking for 41 or more. We are doing, yeah, it's the sunset. Yeah. I'm sunset. Oh, I'm that. Yeah. You're nothing. Looking for 41 or more. We are doing just in case. Alicia's our bid ender. So starting at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for the bid. And thank you so much for your bids, y'all.
That is cool, Sherry. I didn't get the full effect of what it was from your reels. And then now that you started explaining, I was like, now I know what she has.
You know what? I was going to do like a flipping through it, but I couldn't do it all one-handed. And honestly, I'm kind of clumsy. And I was like, if you try to make a reel, Sherry, and rip these, I'll like, that's wrong, you know?
I hear you. I
like,
understand.
I handle with care, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. Watch them in black. That's so fun. Thank you so much for your bids. That's cool. You had
Isabel gets them for $47.
Thank you so much. 47. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, everybody, for your bids. I really appreciate it.
All right, Molly, you're up. And how much is your item starting at?
I'm actually going to start this at 48.
Okay.
So you are either a collector or you are Christmas shopping. So I have this beautiful L.E. Smith hobnob finish long vase. This guy measures 16 inches tall, and it is the 3-toed, and from a toe to a toe is about 3.5 inches. Again, what do you say about something like this? This has the very nice long mouth, and I'm gonna I looked at this mouth and it took me back to Sesame Street. And you're all gonna wonder, why does it take me back to Sesame Street? But there were these guys on Sesame Street called the Yip Yips, and they would go yip 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 yip, and their mouth would drop just like that. This was very long, drawn out. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like those guys that sing on Sesame Street. That's my fun fact. So anyhow,
what? Can I just say, like, that makes sense because, like, people don't, culture is culture, right? So these were being made when Sesame Street was, and
Absolutely. It's not a smooth mouth, and it's not a full finger mouth either. Like they're short little nubby fingers is how I would describe them. 16 inches tall. There are no. And I'm looking at it through my light now because I cleaned the bottom. The bottom was a little yucca, but I got my little cleaning cloth down there and cleaned it out quite nicely. I don't even see, I'm looking to see if there's any inclusions.
Well, you can't see the comments, but lots of people remember the Yip Yips and love them.
Yay,
You're not alone.
Yip, 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 money. I had to watch the YouTube video today because, I loved Sesame Street. It was one of my favorites.
Molly, how many fingers does that have?
So if you're counting all of them, I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 of them. And then those little ones with the little nubbins feet, they're harder to find. Me, I see you at 48. Thank you so much, my friend.
And it is, I mean, other than the fact that I'm putting my fingers all over it, which I will wipe it down again, it's in really nice condition. There are no chips, no cracks. No, I'm trying to see if I can do a little backdrop for you so you don't get all the muck I have in my background. It is that beautiful, there you go, beautiful amber color.
Why could I see peacock feathers coming out of that? I could just see a few peacock feathers coming out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's peacock feathers would be good. Interesting that you said that. Yeah, it is. It's again, it's one of those really.
What, Sherry?
It's a 3-foot night. Because I had that 3-foot piece, and the 3 feet. There's just something cool about 3 feet. I don't know what it is, but it just
The story behind it was really pretty interesting. I was having a very bad thrifting day, and then I ended with a very nice thrifting day. So I don't know, like if you're starting a collection. I mean, this one is 16 inches tall, so it's not like it's your new baby kind of starter vase. It's like your middle of the line, and I guess I would ask that to Bill. Bill, it's like the middle of the line height vase, correct?
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
But it is that beautiful amber wannabe August vase there.
And folks, for those of you joining us, August is the month of amber glass. So if you guys did not know that, now it is official.
Right.
amber.
I'm always looking forward to fall because I'm a little over the hot weather, and I do love my fall colors. My birthday is in the fall. I love Halloween, and this just screams all of that and more to me. Yeah, that base is just okay. I keep fingering it for you. I'm so sorry. I will wipe it down. Whoever gets it, I promise I will wipe it down.
Looks good, Molly.
Yeah.
I like what you said too about for yourself or for holidays, because I start shopping in the summer for my holidays because it's so much less pressure, and then you find things that somebody really wants. Because if all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to get a spun glass vase for my sister, and it's December 23rd, it's a panic feeling.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to start a countdown on this. Right now I have Mia in at 48. We are doing just in case. Alicia is our bid ender. Thank you again for that, Alicia. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 49 or a bid end. Yeah, plus, you know what? Postage I read is going up again. So it'd be good to do your holiday shopping now and get things sent to you now before that pricing goes way up.
Good point. Good point.
Mia, you're so awesome. I'm so happy that you're getting this and you didn't need that just in case. This is yours for 48. And I will have Larry, my packer, really give it a good pack job for sure. Thank you so much.
Larry.
Larry's are wonderful.
All right, Bill.
When you're kind of hoping there's not a bid on something so that during the recap, you can add it to your own collection. That was one of them for me.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm glad Mia got it. It's a great buy. So, Jason, I'm starting the next piece at 36.
Gotcha.
If anyone is looking for an epern, I have this beautiful milk glass 3-horned epern that I'm starting at $36. Now, it is hobnail. I do not know if it is Fenton, only because I can't find a mark on it, but I do know that most of these are Fenton. But again, I'm not going to state that it is because I don't know. It is in great condition. There are no chips or cracks. My fingers have gone over every ruffle in this entire piece to make sure that it is intact. The only condition issue that I would note, and it's really not a condition issue, it's just a matter of the manufacturing, is this horn, when they shaped it, the top piece is bent just a little bit more forward than the other horns. But nonetheless, it is lovely. And I was saving it until we got closer to the holidays because I feel like a milk glass epern can be used for any holiday, actually. The white just lends itself. Yeah, they're so pretty for Christmas, Alicia. I agree. But you could throw some harvest stuff in here for Thanksgiving. It can be used for Halloween. You can put candy in here. I mean, any holiday. Think about Valentine's Day, champagne. It's just really kind of transcends. Now, there are some really beautiful glass eperns, and nothing against those eperns, but I actually think a milk glass is just probably the most transcendent, the most versatile of any of them. And to find one with all three horns without any chips or cracks in good condition, and they're all present, is not an easy feat. So if you've been looking to add one of these to your collections so that you can have it as a centerpiece or on a side table, this is the one you might want to consider.
Alicia says, and she's right, it would look good with sprays of wheat around Thanksgiving.
That's why I like.
That's what's so great about these horns is that you literally, someone was mentioning mercury glass sprays earlier. Yeah, there's just so much you can put in these, and the way that they're designed, the horns themselves, if you haven't seen one before, because they have this sort of gradation in size, you can put things down there and they'll stay. Sometimes people put a little bit of planter's putty down there to make things stay, but you really don't need to. And back in Victorian times, they used these for a lot of things, a lot of different purposes.
I want to use them at New Year's and put champagne in there.
Oh, how
There
fun.
you go.
Good idea. Yeah.
I'm coming to your party, Sherry.
I'm going to need to buy a lot of these.
You could do gourds in that base. You could do cranberries in that base. Like
I know what you're saying, though.
Things you could do. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sharon.
No, I interrupted you.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Just what Bill said about like the glass ones you see sometimes are so beautiful, but the milk glass does like lend itself more to keep adding it up, layering it up in a display.
Yeah, when I see those beautiful glass ones, especially when they have the frosting or the iridescence on them, I'm kind of like, they're so beautiful, you don't want to put anything in them.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, but it lends itself to decorating, right?
To color. Yeah, I agree. I love that.
And then when you have it, you don't have to put it away. Like I love pieces that can just change with the seasons, but you don't have to put it away and then break it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you all don't, but like I said, I'm
I was
close.
gonna say, speak for yourself, Sherry.
Okay, so Mia's in at 65. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. I am going to start a countdown from 15, so consider using it just in case if this is something you're interested in. So we're looking for 66 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for that bid end from Alicia or a bid of 66 or more.
That's a big one too.
It is.
Yeah,
That all came in at once. So here we go. We got no. Okay, I'm not sure what that's all about.
That's
So
because
she outdid herself.
Mia went 60, then she went 65, and they're saying that should be 60 that she was out.
No, because what she was doing was she was securing her bid. That way she knew that she didn't have to jump her just in case. So that's what she was doing.
It goes to Mia for 65.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Nice,
Thank you.
Mia.
There's our bid end. So let's
Nice.
get mine
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
beautiful.
My next item is going to start at $24. And let me get myself over here. And it's going to be on this set of lucite candles. So I have a set of, I'm going to call these orange. I mean, some people could call them amber, but I'm going to call these the orange ones. I did the best research I could. So these are coming in pretty orange to me, but they both have their wicks, and wicks are in very good condition. So starting these at $24. These are the 8-inch ones. So these are the 8-inch ones. They do have the gold. They have the gold flecks here on the inside. So you can see the big chunky flex in there. So I do have a set of them. So the set of these are going to start at $24. And again, the wicks on both of these are in very, very good condition. So you can see a lot of times there's fraying on these. A lot of time there's They're missing altogether, but these have their original wicks, and these are in very good condition with no major scratching, no chips, nothing. You can see that they are ground here at the bottom, and they do that on these. There might be the slightest little nip right here down at the base, but that's just where they ground everything. So let me show you here. So Vicky, oh wait, everybody's coming in here. So I see Vicky for 24. So I see the first 20, well, there's Lizzie, and then there's Linda for 28. So thank you guys for all the bids. So Isabel, I see you at 29. We're looking for 30 or more, and that is on the 8-inch lucite candles. These are in
There's
great
a question
condition.
if they glow.
Of course they glow. Most lucite does glow. Thank you guys. I see all your bids coming in. So let's see if I can show you, but they do. Most lucite does glow, but these glow more of a green. There you go. You can see how that glows through there. So they do have a glow to them. So let me see. Thank you guys for all the bids. So I see you, Zone, at 30. I see you, Gail, at 32. I saw Linda at 36, but we have Christy at 40. So we're looking for 41 or more. And these, I think, are just going to be great to use in the upcoming, season we're heading into. Some folks tried to call them amber. I'm calling these orange, but I don't know. So
They look orange to me.
Yeah, they do.
okay. Thank you, guys. I don't ever want to misrepresent anything. So Melody, Southern Buckeye, thank you. I see you're 61. So we're looking for 62. And again, these are the 8-inch ones. Like I had said before, and if you missed it, the wicks are in very good condition. So both wicks are present, and there's no major fraying to them at all. These do have the ground bottoms, like all lucite candles do, but they don't have the manufacturer sticker on. So we are at 61. You're exactly right, John. Perfect for Halloween. So we're at 61, looking for 62. So let's count these down, guys. We are doing just in case. And Alicia is our bid ender. So let's go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 62 or more on the lucite candles with the gold flecks on the inside that are hard to read. And these are orange, the lucite orange, or a dark amber, whatever you want to call them. And then we're just looking for the bid end. And guys, you can use those just in cases. And I'm going to hold these like that because I have a feeling that it's going to jump. So Isabel, I saw your 62. You're right, orange jello. And there's Alicia's bid end. Southern Buckeye, I'm sorry, your just in case came in after the bid end. So Isabel, congratulations. These are yours for $62. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right, Sherry, we'll get you
Those
over.
are beautiful. Okay, now I know we do price first, but there's a couple issues. So I am starting these at 25, but I just want you to walk you through the chips.
I'll wait a minute, Sherry, to put it in.
Oh.
I'll wait a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. These are the Lefton Bluebird salt and pepper shakers. So 25, I'm not crazy. I know what they can go for, but they have some condition issues. They are marked on the bottom. They are the Lefton. They're about 3/4 of an inch tall. And they just have some chips. I don't think they're terrible, but I just kind of want you to see. And then that's why I said I'll start them at 25, and then you all can decide what you want. This one's in pretty good shape. There's a little nick here, and I'm sorry to be like so, but I just don't ever want someone to get something from me and then say, what are you talking about? And there's a little chip on the tail. Like, I just get the feeling these were used. Do you know what I mean? And then a little chip on the back of this tail. And then this one has a little bit of wear right here, little paint chip there. And I know you have more. Oh, and down at the base, there's this chip right here. You know, a lot of times I'll put a little piece of tape to remind me, but they have a few more. And this one, yeah, that was the only bottom chip. This one's probably a little more. I showed you this, the tail, a few chippies. So that is why I'm starting them at 25. But I mean, for the Lefton Bluebirds, right?
We all have that dream constant.
I want to have dinner at the house where they're using those salt and pepper shakers because I'm sure the food is good.
I bet it is. Yeah.
That's what I just think how they got the chips,
right?
Like, because like somebody was using them and kind of didn't, I mean, a lot of this, that was what they were using at the time. I don't know if I would use them now, or I don't know if I'd let my kids use them or grandkids. I'd be like, don't you dare shake the salt or pepper. But yeah, they definitely got, one has 3 holes, one have 4. I see your bids. Thank you so much, Jason. You're popping them up for me. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I said, I'm just going to do 25 and let you all decide how much the condition issues are. Displayability, I just don't think they're that big of a deal. And when you have those chips, it's just not that hard. I don't ever do this because I am going to be selling them. But if you're keeping them and you just use a little watercolor, it just sort of soaks right into the ceramic and covers it up.
Yeah.
But the real, to me, these bluebirds is all about their faces.
To find them at all is pretty amazing.
It is. They're getting harder all the time.
Yeah. And the faces are in good shape. And to me, that's what they're kind of all about.
I mean, from the front, Sherry, they display perfectly. I mean,
I agree, Bill.
Yeah. Just right here in the front, his tie right there.
Yeah. But,
like I said, I was like, just like I even said to you guys the other night, they're chipped. Is it okay? Because it's like there's a lot of people new to me, and I don't, I think that would be I would rather sell nothing all night than sell things to a new customer and them to be like,
No, I agree. I agree with you. But I think you fully described with a disclaimer what issues they have. So
yeah, they're just so cute, and they just make you so happy to look at, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just
yummy. Yummy is the word. They're just so yummy.
So sweet. All righty. So I see all your bids. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was so busy on the chippies that I didn't acknowledge you, but I really appreciate your bids. It would make the food better if it came out of a bluebird.
Yep. Alicia's right. She's right. Until
you Sherry and you drop it. So thank you for your bids. I see you, Lynn, at 40. So we're looking for 41 or more. Go ahead and use your just in cases, and we will start the countdown at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end from Alicia. And now we watch, right?
Yep. Now we'll see how bad the lag is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good to rescue these, put them in a collection where someone's going to love them.
Yes.
That's part of why we do this, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we had Sandy with a just in case of 50. It looks like we had Charisse with a just in case of 75, and then Lynn with a just in case of 80. So Lynn gets them for $76.
Lovely. Nice job, Sherry.
Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you, Lynn. And just send me your info, and these little sweeties will fly to you.
And there's her info. If you guys don't have it, it's right there below her, along with the rest of us. If you've purchased from us, please just make sure you email us your PayPal email. Make sure you give us all your full address, and we're going to need your full name so we can get you guys invoiced.
You know what, Jason? I don't want to click anything on my laptop because I'm not messing up my StreamYard. Yep. But I can see along the top that people are sending me the information as the sale's going on, and that's so nice. It's just,
that's good.
Thank you.
Excellent. So I'm going to piggyback a little bit behind Jason and the Halloween thing, along with my fun fact. And my fun fact is I was born the day after Halloween. I love Halloween. That was considered it still is considered All Saints Day. My kids went to Catholic schools, so I could let them eat all the candy they wanted to because they weren't going to go to school the next day. So if they had a bellyache, if they were high on sugar, it didn't matter. And I love Halloween for a lot of that. Plus, I love the candy. So check her out, you guys. This is a hobby.
How much are you starting her?
I'm so sorry. 15.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I got all wrapped up in my fun fact. So this is a hobbyist piece made by Mary. But I just think this can rock. Maybe black. This can rock your Halloween display because she is decked out in a little black hat, little black dress. This base is a speckled blue base. It is a ashtray form, but there's nothing saying that you need to use it as an ashtray, although you could if you wanted to. She measures about 6.5 inches across, 4.5 inches tall. And she is very nicely done.
She looks like a pixie witch. Do you know what I
She
mean? Like a pixie
right?
witch.
She is pretty fabulous. She has a slight little bit of wear on her lipstick. It's like she might have kissed somebody and needs to just reapply. But other than that, you guys, her paint is in really, really good condition. There are no chips. It is marked Mary on the bottom. Right here, you can see Miss Mary's signature on the bottom of there. It is a really nice glaze. They finished this. I mean, for a hobbyist piece, I think it was very well done. But
could you see some candy corn sprinkled in there? Could you see some candy corn in there? That would be so great.
Black jelly beans, even. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, right. You could do a lot with her. I just thought she's something you're not going to see in everyone else's Halloween display. And if you don't decorate for Halloween and you just want just a piece of something, she's pretty simple to put out. She's awesome. She is. She's a pixie witch for sure. Mm-hmm. This was a hard one because I'm thinking, ooh, I don't have a pixie witch in my Halloween display. But I thought I'll bring her here, see if anyone appreciates her like I do. Look, she looks so cute with Santa.
She does.
Yeah. You know what? She would look, you could kind of turn that into a kind of a ironic, let's say, Christmas display too, with Santa and her. There's definitely
she could be a lot of naughty things if you wanted her to be.
Yeah. And you know what? Valentine's Day too, quite frankly, if you put
she could even be naughty New Year's. And I'm seeing all these bids come in. So Yippee-yi-yay, I see you at 15. Then I saw Yippee-yi-yay again at 18. There was somebody in between. No, there's 315. So thank you for those bids. Vintage Teddy Bear, I see you at 20.
She almost looks like Catwoman or Beatnik almost. You know, those things too.
Well, she reminds me of Bewitched. Like
my gosh, yes. There you go.
That's what and get there is Bewitched sitting right there on her little blue ashtray, just waiting to get herself in trouble for sure.
Absolutely.
So I see you at 22, Yippee-yi-yay. Thank you so much. Again, you guys, just in case you're coming in, she is 6.5 inches across, 4.5 inches tall. She is a hobbyist piece made by some sweet person named Mary, because Mary did a really, really nice job. Again, just a little wear on her lip, but nothing really to write home about. I just think she's fabulous.
Vicky's right. Could you imagine the ephemera pack that Sherry just sold with that framed on the wall and that on like very a deco style table sitting there? Oh my God, that would be incredible.
Yeah. And again,
I love a hobbyist piece because, you do these really unique pieces with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I would say, so Sherry, you're like the glaze girl. She is a really high gloss glaze. And then they did this more yummy, just smooth glaze on the bottom. So did they do it twice? How did they do that?
You can do a matte and a gloss in the same firing.
Okay.
Yeah. You just have to make sure that they match. It's
wonderful.
It's chemistry, which I don't know. And then the ceramics in the pottery studio are like, dang,
I'll just attention
to high school chemistry.
I will just go with she looks a lot like Bewitched. So I'm going to start a countdown. I have Yippee-yi-yay at 22. We are doing a just in case. And Alicia is our bid ender. And I'm going to start at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 23 or that bid end from Alicia. I love her. I think she's pretty cool. Yay. So
she'd be even great in a non-traditional Christmas display too.
She would.
Lynn, you're Hound Mama. I know you on Whatnot. I just saw the email come across. It's like getting these names on all these different platforms. That's so funny.
Excellent. Yippee-yi-yay, thank you so much. I have you down for 22. She's on her way to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Bill.
Okay, Jason, this will start at 42.
Gotcha.
And I have, if anyone is interested, this puppy dog string holder. Also has a little place to keep your scissors. So just a cute dog. I will send the string along if anyone is interested. But just a gorgeous face, gorgeous glaze on him. And does anybody know, Jason, have you ever seen this one before?
I've seen it, but never in person. I've only seen it online or in books or online or books.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to bring it up, because there's a little, I don't want to say controversy, but there's a story around this piece, because even if you go on eBay or WorkPoint right now, you'll see that everyone is listing it as a Holt Howard piece. And in fact, it is not. It's actually an undisclosed manufacturer from Japan. Even the author of the Holt Howard book wasn't able to identify the manufacturer of this, but its claim to fame is, if anyone has seen the Holt Howard collectible book, it's actually listed in the book because it is attributed to Holt Howard so often. Yeah. So there's a little description of it, and basically what the description says is one of the reasons why so many people think this is a Holt Howard piece is because it looks so much like the details that we see in the Cozy Kittens, the collar, the way the eyes are shaped, everything about it, because the Cozy Kitten also has a string holder. So this is a more difficult piece to find. And again, it has that little bit of controversy or mystery around it. So just a nice little piece of that anthropomorphic sort of pottery that, for those of you who like Commodore and Holt Howard and PY and DeForest, to collect. Just a cute guy.
Yeah, this guy is super hard to find. Super hard to find.
No condition issues, no chips or cracks, which is pretty amazing with a piece this old.
That's crazy.
Turn my light off so you can see. Yep. So it's all good on the inside. Nice little area down here for the string to rest. 2 holes so you can run some string or ribbon through in order to hang it up. And it's a nice size as well. Looks good. Would look good on your wall. 4.5 inches tall, 4.5 inches across. And actually, you know, as a reseller, I use string all the time. So I actually have a chalkware string holder in my own shipping room. And it's fun just to have a little piece of kitschiness up on your wall, you know, when you're using it. String was such a common need in kitchens of yesteryear. So string holders were so common in households, not so much anymore. But when they can be utilitarian and beautiful at the same time, why not?
Right.
Yeah, I agree, Lisa. He is really good, or she is really good. They are good. Cute little coloring on the top. What was that, Molly?
I was gonna say, while you have string in it, right? If you even had like pink, like thin pink ribbon, it would almost look like his tongue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So cute.
And I always love the little detailing of the bump out there where you can throw the pair of scissors in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
So people can see that.
So cool.
So it does have a scissor holder built into it. Just so cute. So the, when I purchased this, the person that I had conversations with about this, who labeled it as Holt Howard, I already knew it wasn't Holt Howard, labeled it as Holt Howard. I was just trying to have a friendly conversation. I wasn't trying to be, you know, anything other than just friendly and conversational. Just dug his heels in the ground and told me how wrong I was, that this was Holt Howard. And I said, you know, it's interesting. Just where'd you do your research? I look on eBay. And he's right. Every listing for this that's been on eBay since 2013 has listed it as Holt Howard, but it's not.
No, because once one person does it,
Yeah.
or somebody looked in that book, because I have that book too, and they do talk about pieces people think are Holt Howard. So someone looked at that book and didn't actually read.
Exactly.
They saw the picture in the Holt Howard book.
Yep. In that Holt Howard book, you guys are right. They document a lot of other ceramic companies from the VAR to, like, you know, Christ, things like that. And a lot of people just see it in the book and it's all Holt Howard. It's all Holt Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the chapter that specifically says not Holt Howard.
Holt Howard wannabe.
It's a great book, by the way. It's like the best coffee table book I've ever had. Like you just,
if anyone's
you
interested,
just like look through it, and it's just happiness.
It is.
Like, ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that.
Yep.
Ooh, I want that.
Okay, so we're at 46 with Spirit Junkie. So we're looking for 47 or more. Wanda, my dear, I think I can help you out. I had a good shopping trip last week. So, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
So Lori is right. So Holt Howard pieces usually have a stamp, or a sticker, I should say, and it often comes off. But almost, I think without exception, somewhere on the bottom you will see Holt Howard's name written.
Yes.
So that's a really important thing to look for. I actually haven't seen a piece without it. Holt
Bill,
Howard.
that was so funny because when you went to tip that back, did you hear me go? I thought you were because you just did it so nonchalantly. I'm like, oh crap, here we go.
Alicia, it's available on Amazon, just so you know. There are copies available. Some of
it's
these
not
books are really-
crazy priced. I don't remember the price, but it's not a horrible.
Right.
It's not the Viking book.
No, it's in the 20s. I think it's in the 20s.
Yeah, and I think they had two versions of it. One of the other version is harder to find, and the Christmas one is almost impossible to find.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so again, I'll start a countdown. So we have Spirit Junkie in for 46. Thank you so much. We're looking for 47 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end for this great mystery manufacturer string holder.
So cute though.
Yeah, sometimes almost, I mean, you can't argue how cute that is.
Unique is unique, right?
Right. Okay, so Lori had a bid of 48. Christy came in with a just in case of 65. And then Lori's just in case of 76 came in after the bid end. So Christy, it looks like this goes to you for $49. Thank you everyone for your bidding. Appreciate it.
All right. My next item is going to start at $30, and it is on what I'm going to call an Italian. And this is not Empoli Italian glass, but this is Venetian. So it's not quite, it would be in the area of Murano, and it would be in the area of Italy in the area. So this is considered Venetian. So that's about the extent that I know about this. So I don't know the exact manufacturer, but I'm starting this at $30, and this is an Italian glass decanter. And let me give you a couple examples of why I know that. First of all, this is amber. So this is amber, and this is in very good condition. I know this is reading black, but this is amethyst, very, very dark purple glass. And then so is the base right here. So I know from your end and even where I'm at, it is reading black. But when you hold it up to the light, you will see that it is amethyst. There is no damage at all to the stopper. And a lot of the times when it is Venetian glass, there is a hole here in the base. If this would be Blanco, this would be sanded, but there would not be a hole in that base. So the stopper's in very good condition. And when it's in the mid-century decanter, I'm assuming my best guess is that this is probably from the late 60s. It measures about 12 inches tall and about 5 inches wide. I also suspect that this is Venetian glass because the way it is sanded and polished there on the bottom, that is reminiscent of their decanters or their bottles. So hopefully you can see there. There is some scuffing on the bottom here, but that does not take away from it. That helps us tell that it is an older piece because it means it's been used. That means it's been moved around on a tabletop. A lot of times new glass won't have any scratches. We actually want to see some scratches on our older glass so that we can help date the piece to know that this actually sat on the counter for probably 40 or 50 years and was moved around and enjoyed and cleaned. So again, it is about 12 inches tall. It is very mid-century. There are no chips, no cracks at all to the piece, and I'm looking for $30 if there's any interest. I thought this would look great in a Halloween display because the amethyst is reading black. I thought that would be really super neat. This would be great to use, in your bathroom. You could even, if you wanted to be very bougie, you could fill this up with like a Listerine or something. How cool would that look? For when you guests come over. I mean, seriously,
I love that idea.
Pouring yourself some Listerine in the morning out of your Italian decanter. You could even put it back to use and put a liqueur in it if you wanted to. But
Bath oils.
Absolutely. I just love I love how thick the rim is. And then I love the way they have the base here with the round. And then then you can tell that they, adhered the two together. See if I can show you that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see right there. But it's beautiful. And again, this is reading black here on the base, but this is amethyst glass. And I tried to come up with different ways to show you guys if you could tell, but there's no way of showing you unless I shine a direct light through it. So that is not black glass.
I think it's even better that it is amethyst because on my window ledge, I have great natural light that comes through there. And I can just imagine, like, for Halloween, you really maybe want it to be purple. I think the purple would be even better. So that's awesome that it's that color.
Right.
Plus,
I agree.
that piece that, like, you see the time of day that it's gonna look a little bit different depending where the sun is coming through your window.
Mm-hmm. I love the top. I love the way the spear is. I love the way it is. It almost looks like a teardrop almost, or just like this like teardrop of gorgeous glass here on the top, but it's very mid-century. And my best thought process is that this is just Venetian glass. I know it's not, if it was in Poli, it would be a little thinner, but if there's no interest on this can come back during the recap, but I was looking for $30 on the mid-century, and this is amber glass. So amber with the amethyst stopper and base, mid-century decanter bottle.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right, we can bring it back during the recap. Let's get you over here, Sherry.
And Venetian glass is beautiful too.
It is. It is.
Always around. Okay. I am starting this piece at 25. Gotcha. It is about a little over 7 inches tall. This is a piece of Stangle pottery, 3103. It is marked Stangle, USA. You probably know it's a New Jersey pottery company, and they did a lot of dishes where they would etch and then hand paint the flowers on them, and it was a red on the back, almost a terracotta in the background because they used some New Jersey clay. But they also did some art pottery, and this is one of those pieces. The Stangle company is it's a soap opera. If you ever want some fun reading, try to see all the different, because it started as one company and they've moved different places in Jersey because one place had a fire. And then the one guy, Stangle, it was Fulper Pottery. And then the guy Stangle was like the vice president. And then he went to work for Hager, and then he came back, and the one guy dies. And then they changed it to Stangle, and he owns it. And
they're all
Falscraft bought them in the 70s. It was a sad ending. Nothing against Falscraft, just, they ended up being gobbled up. But this piece is from their kind of art pottery heydays. So I would say 30s or 40s, most likely. And Stangle is maybe not as, especially their art pottery, maybe not as well known or even collected as much as like your Weller and some of your other companies. But I think it's still really beautiful, and it's a beautiful glaze. It is, like I said, 7 1/4 inch tall, and at the widest, it's 6 1/2. It has a few almost like little pitting holes. Can you see them? And
yes,
Jason, you're nodding, or maybe like almost all of the Stangle has that. It was like a manufacturing thing that they just.
Yeah, and I was also nodding with Alicia because she said, "Wow, days of our lives of pottery."
Yeah. I mean, I gave you the recap. It's crazy. And then there was the widow and but you don't really see their art pottery as much as you see their dishes, and I actually think their dishes are beautiful, and they do have a loyal following, but their art pottery is kind of like, I don't know why it doesn't get as much attention of other companies, because this is a beautiful form, and that like minty green is just so pretty. I kind of love everything about this piece.
And it's smooth like butter. And you can tell, even like through the screen, it is smooth like butter.
Yeah,
those handles are. Go ahead, Jason. No.
I was just going to say the glaze has like this Van Briggle-esque kind of look to it. And the thing with Stangle is you see a lot of the dishware in antique stores and, sitting on shelves these days, but you don't see the art pottery because people who have it hold on to it because there wasn't as much made, and it is reminiscent of a lot of the other pottery companies of the time. They just couldn't outcompete the other big companies, so they focused on their dinnerware.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if this was a Van Briggle on the bottom, I wouldn't be starting at 25, right? But as a piece of beautiful pottery, it's just so beautiful. And then the shape, the form is, 7 1/4, but it's a pretty good size. Oh my God, I almost forgot my demonstration.
Hi, Larry. I think Larry finally got in.
Oh, Larry.
Larry, if you don't know, is the other Too Good friend.
Oh, look at that beautiful thing on top of that.
That is fabulous.
You can put an air plant. I can't believe I almost forgot this. This came from my friend Garden Guy Bill, but it does actually look adorable. I love these air plants. But I mean, the thing about a nice, clean form like this is, to me, thank you for your bids. I'm sorry, it's not Isabel. I saw you at 25 and Christy at 26. To me, it's just beautiful all by itself. Sitting, it's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. But then whatever you put in, any kind of a green, like I said that already, but I'll go out to my yard and just cut branches off and trim a tree, and then I just put them in and bring a little nature inside. Or, in the spring, you put tulips in here or daffodils, and it just sets it so nice. And that green is just, I kind of like green, but it's actually kind of a neutral, because it really goes with a lot. I think that's why it comes in and out.
I love that kind of pottery. I just, so smooth. I know you're sitting there rubbing it, and I know exactly what that feels like. And I know Bill and Jason do too. It's just like so smooth.
Yeah. It's just, no issues except for I did show you, has a couple, that's just what they did. They always have a little, it's like a little dotty hole. Here they are on this side.
Yeah.
Just show you that one more time before the countdown so that you see them. But that is just that's a Stangle. That's their little Stangle thing. I don't know. They always do that. But I appreciate your bids. You want to pet it? I know. I'm sorry. I like pottery.
It's so comforting.
And speaking of the soap opera too, there's a whole nother thing. Like the one owner, when they closed, took the molds and put them in a warehouse somewhere, and they were going to open a museum, and then they molded, and it was like it is a book waiting to be written. Maybe it is written already. I don't know. Actually, and before I count down, I do want to know. Maybe Bill, you were Jersey, but they had their showroom factory in the 50s and 60s. It was like a big tourist destination in New Jersey. I would love to talk to somebody who went, because that would be cool. Anyway, look, thank you for your bids. Looking for 33 or more. Larry, you'll get YouTube.
You got it, Larry.
You're in, baby.
Looking for 33 or more. We are using just in case tonight, and I will count from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for Alicia's bid. Thanks for doing that tonight. Really appreciated. Also, I saw you have a dealer friend that gets you $2.50 books. That's a good friend to have.
I want that friend.
Yeah. There's the bid end. Thank you so much. So Laura, this is coming to you for 32. Thank you so much. I always love finding other people that love the pottery.
Okay, so now I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, look at all these just in cases coming out.
I know.
You really need to put your bid ends in as soon as the countdown starts.
We start counting down.
What's your starting price, Molly?
My starting price is $12.
Okay.
So sometimes I go out thrifting with my buddy Larry. Sometimes I go out on my own, and then we just sort of lay everything out on the table, and I say, look what I got here. What do you think about that? And we both agreed that this is not an old piece, but there's something about this piece that just sort of resonated in us, and I can't even tell you why. So I do try to just pick up things that make me feel a certain way. And I'm not a big brass person, but check this out.
That is an amazing piece, Molly.
It is this brass handcrafted piece made in India. It measures 9.5 inches tall. It's 9 inches wide, and it is just so good. I did not touch it. I didn't wipe it down with any brass cleaner. I didn't do anything to it. And the cool thing, I thought this was so cool. This piece right here comes out. So number one, it will be super easy to ship, and you just slide this little piece right in the backside. I had it sitting in multiple places in my house because I just wanted to see where, ooh, looks good by the books. Ooh, it looks good on my entry table. It just looks good anywhere and everywhere. And it does have the made in India little tag on the bottom, handcrafted there. I did not do any cleaning to it. You can see that there is some patina here on the back side of that brass. But I'm only looking for $12. I don't know. It's not something that I would normally pick up, but it just screamed, bring me home and find someone who will love me, because it's even better in person. It really, really is. And fun fact.
Can I? Yeah. Because they came in after the bid end.
Yes.
And now they're showing up before the bid end. So I don't understand YouTube. So.
Well, from our end, I think
there are 2 bid ends.
What'd you say, Bill? I didn't hear you.
There were 2 bid ends. So it's correct. The highest bid was
Laura gets
at
it for 32.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they came in after the bid end, and then another bid end came in.
Correct.
Okay. Because now I see it. Yep. Okay. Sorry, Molly.
Sorry. Yeah. I was like looking at that beautiful bird, but I'm like, oh wait, I don't want to be upset.
Nope. We got it. Yep. I didn't see the second bid end because I didn't pay any attention to anything else after I saw the first bid end. So okay, we're good to go, Molly. You're back at 12 for the brass peacock.
I'm looking for 12. It is a peacock. And fun fact, did you know that only the males are called peacocks?
They're the pretty ones, I know.
The females are called peahens, and the babies are called peachicks. So I just thought it was interesting that the men are called peacocks. Peacocks. So again, looking for $12 for this piece. It just is a little statement piece. If you're new to decorating, if you like peacocks, if you're into brass, it was just super different, way out of my wheelhouse of what I normally go for. But I do sort of, when I get drawn to something, I feel like I got to bring it. So again, just so you know, it is a handcrafted piece made in India. It's like
a mid-century peacock. That's, it's like the form of that. It's not the way they did the neck and the head and then the really big, whatever you call that.
It's got the plume on its head. That piece in the back is just so cool. Mary, I see you at 12. Thank you so much. 9.5 inches tall, you guys, 9 inches wide. Brass. Like I said, I did not wipe it down with any kind of cleaner. I leave that up to the person who's going to get it that way. If they want to leave it with the patina, which I always sort of like, they can. Yeah, I just thought it was, something very different than what I normally go for, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. So I see Mary at 12. I'm not going to hold it up any longer. We're going to start our countdown. We do have just in case. As you all know, there seems like there's a little wonky going on here with YouTube. So keep that in mind. Alicia is our bid ender. Thank you again for doing that for us. I'm going to start at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 13 or the bid end. It's really sort of cool. Definitely a conversation piece, I think.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, pretty neat.
How do peacocks feel about dogs, though?
And there's our bid end.
I'm not going to look with all Mary's dogs.
Mary, this is yours. Thank you so much, dear.
All right, Bill.
We're good on the Stangle, Jason?
Well,
Yes. Yep.
Do we want to revisit that? Because Alicia just said that her first bid end was a mistake and that she deleted it. She tried to delete it.
Oh, she's so cute.
Okay, hold on here. Let's go back up then. So
then it would be it would have been Isabel at 40 with the first just in case.
okay. So I see what we're doing. We're going with the second just in case. So it would be Isabel since she came in, and then you know what, Sherry, I'm going to leave it up to you. Because I'll be honest with you, it didn't seem like that first just in case came in like prematurely. It felt like it came in through the countdown because of the lag. But Sherry, you go ahead and call it. It's up to you.
You call it, because I don't understand this whole situation.
No, it's actually simple. Alicia said that her first bid end was a mistake.
Okay.
It was while the countdown was still going on. So that bid end was premature.
So then there was 340 just in cases.
Yep. So then it goes to Isabel because she was the first 40 at just in case. So Isabel, you are the winner of the Stangle vase. And if you don't have Sherry's email, it's right here. I'm going to bring her back up. So Isabel, you are the winner of the Stangle vase
And
for
so that's
40.
at 40 because there was a bunch of 40s.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So then this is coming to Isabel for 40. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being understanding.
Yep.
And Isabel's getting the portraits too. So
Yay.
Okay, and there's also folks saying that they never saw the first bid end, and it didn't delete on our end, so it's still there. So that's the difference. Where it's all right, Alicia, and don't apologize. It's not a big deal. It happens. It's very hard between our end and your end, and as long as we can communicate it to each other that Alicia says that she put it in prematurely, try to delete, we're good to go. And
I've been a bid ender before, and I always have it all ready. So as soon as I hear bid end, I wait till and then I do send, but I don't want to type bid end after they say it. So I get it, Alicia. I've done the same thing where you're like, don't accidentally click it.
It's all right. There's plenty of vintage to go around, and I'm so happy that you won it. Congratulations. Bill, what are you starting your next item at?
The next piece is going to start at 42. And of course, once again, Jason shows some amethyst glass, and I have some as well. I have some early last century carnival glass in the amethyst for you to consider. It is a carnival glass vase. It is in the diamond point, or what some people call the sawtooth pattern, depending on what company manufactured the glass. This is a Northwood piece. It is marked on the bottom. It's easier actually to see the mark when you look through this way, but nonetheless, it is a gorgeous Northwood carnival glass amethyst sawtooth or diamond point vase for 42. So these were somewhere around the beginning of the last century. So likely at about 100 years old, or maybe a bit older. Northwood, that's when Northwood was most active with this type of vase. It has a beautiful fluted mouth here at the top. There aren't any condition issues with it in terms of chips or cracks, but there's a manufacturing, just a little blob of glass that pops down here on the bottom. It happens to actually be on the back of it when you display it, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then around the base, you just can see its age. That carnival has just weathered over time, but nonetheless, it's still gorgeous. Let me just give you a close-up of how this amethyst glass catches the light and all the iridescence that you see in it. So if you're someone who loves this kind of glass in your collection, it really is a pretty piece.
I think it's underrated as well, Bill. I mean, I just like there's a bazillion colors in that right now.
Yeah.
I've always thought carnival glass was so classy. Do you know what I mean? I think it just has that extra to it that I mean, it fits so many different decorating styles, and I just think carnival glass is just an extra touch of class.
Yeah.
And I think too, the more you dive into the world of carnival glass, because I have quite a few pieces, the more you realize it's not just one look. There's a lot of variation depending on the base colored glass that was used, depending on the types of chemicals that were used to create the carnivalized look. Michael Todd said it was a real word, so I'm using it. And then of course there are lots of different designs and cuts that are used. There's the tree trunk, there's this one, there's the one that looks like dripping wax. There's just a lot of variation, and just a small collection, 4 or 5 of these vases can be really stunning. I should say this one is 11 inches tall, so it's a nice size to use as a bud vase or as a vase to hold a few stems, but also just really gorgeous on its own. And talking about Halloween, if you were to bring out a piece of glass for Halloween, this one would be a perfect choice, I think. I just love looking at it this way, though. I had it on a low table for a while, and I just looked down into it. Yeah. I just love the variation in how each of these sort of areas is a little bit longer or shorter than another. And then the diamond point, when you have light coming through it, it almost looks like you're in Doctor Who. You know, you're going down a vortex or something. Pretty cool.
You said 11 inches?
It is 11 inches tall.
So
yes.
That's not like, because I am crazy, but sometimes that's not so long that you can't just display it on a shelf, even on its side. It's so pretty that way too.
Yeah, agree. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown because I feel like we're running a little bit behind. So looking for 44 or more on this gorgeous piece of Northwood, if I didn't mention that, early American glass. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end from Alicia, or a bid of 44 more.
It's actually going to be Tracy, Bill.
Bid end from Tracy.
Yeah. Alicia had to step away for a second.
Perfect. Thanks, Tracy. There we go. So there's the bid end from Tracy. Right before the bid end, Steel Whisperer came in with just in case of 48. So this will go to you for 44. Thank you so much for your bids.
I don't know on your end, guys, but they came in almost simultaneously, literally at the same exact time. Okay, man. Come on, StreamYard, be nice to us. So my next item is going to start at $20, and I love anything that's beach, mermaid, fish related, or I guess Tina does, and I got bit by the bug. So
we know, Jason.
To offer to you tonight is this cute pelican. Now he is called a dresser caddy. So he is your dresser caddy, your catch-all. I just love this guy. I love his coloring. I love that he's not overly kitschified, if that's a word, overly kitschified. I love how he's very simplistic, yet very kitschy all at the same time. So this guy does not have to be just a dresser caddy. He could be a planter. He could be a planter if you wanted to. And I don't have mine with me, my air plant, but didn't want to disrespect the fact that somebody could view this as a dresser caddy. So the dimensions on this, it is about 8 inches wide by about 8.5 inches tall. So it's this cute pelican, and you can see the airbrushing details of the different creams, the browns, the oranges, the just gorgeous. I'm not sure of the manufacturer on this. I tried to do some research. All I got was American Pottery. That's all that I was getting when I did research on it. So again, I just love the mouth. Could you imagine, like if you had some of your mermaids sitting a mermaid in that to decorate with, or you could put soaps in it. And I'm going to say it because we always do it in a mermaid bathroom. So if you guys had a mermaid bathroom, you guys could definitely put some soaps in him. I just think he would look great in your beach home. If you guys, even if you guys had a cabin, I think he would look great. So Colleen, thank you so much for your 20. I'm looking for 21 or more. But this guy, look at his eye. And he almost reminds me of those 1930s cartoons,
Yes. He's
kind of
fabulous.
Yeah. I like him as much as I like the kangaroo guy. I think I might like this one better.
Like I have one that is a swordfish. You know, I collected these for a while. So the one I kept is a swordfish, which was harder to find. The pelican is hard to find too in that kind of line, and so is the octopus. They made a purple octopus, so that one's sort of harder to find. And these can kind of become an addiction, these dresser caddies, because they are very universal and they can be used. Absolutely. Great as a candy dish. Could you imagine putting some butterscotch in there? Butterscotch candy.
You could hook shrimp all around it.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that, Molly. You're right. You could.
Right?
Cocktail sauce.
Yes.
Yes, you could because, yep, he is glazed.
I agree with Julie. I think string of pearls, which is a succulent plant, would look really good hanging out of that. But in an ironic sort of planting, there's also another succulent called string of fish hooks that look like little fish hooks. That would be so cool.
There you go. I like that piece.
And what I love is they gave him these big, almost derpy kind of webbed feet. So if it isn't reading right, you guys, these are his webbed feet right here. So those are his big feet coming out. And how they accentuated that, I just think is so comical and very, I mean, yes, they do, but the way he's sitting, the way he's squatting, the way he's like feeding. Could you imagine if you guys had some of those little Miller Studio fish and let's say they didn't have the hooks on the back and you just laid them in there, or if you filled them with Swedish fish? Could you imagine having Swedish fish in him? Oh my God.
He is fabulous. Exaggerated.
There is a dog dresser caddy.
Yeah, it's a hound dog too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I might actually have, I don't know if I have him upstairs.
And they made a few other ones. I think there was like a donkey and there was the wiener dog, you know, that had the big, huge tail to catch some of your rings and things.
Yeah.
Well, we're at 20. We're looking for 21 and there's no more interest. So let's go ahead and count this down. Colleen, if you are interested, you might want to use it just in case. So let's go ahead. Yep, from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 21 or more, or the bid end from Tracy TNT. Thank you so much for helping us, Tracy.
Yeah.
On the gorgeous, cute little kitschy Pelican dresser caddy. And there's our bid end. So Colleen, congratulations. This guy's coming to you for $20. Thank you so much. All right, Sherry.
That is awesome. Okay, my next item is choice at $10. I have two of these, and one of the cups I'll show you in a second has a chip. So I was like, well, what should I do? And I thought, well, you know what? $10 choice. Then you can decide if you want one or both. These are funny. You should, mention it earlier, Bill. But these are the Holt Howard, and these are 1962. And it's the tomato cup on the lettuce, which I just think is so fun. And it's kind of like a springy thing, but I don't know. Then the tomato soup is kind of like a wintry thing to me. I just think these are some of the just really fun. They measure, just to get an idea, the plate is like 8.5 by about 7 inches. And the cup is about 2.5 inches tall and 4 inches. And I also love that it's an organic shape, right? Like it's not round. Mm-hmm. But the second one I have, which is why I'm doing it choice, has a paint chip right up here. And so that is up to you. If you wanted a set, I still think it displays nicely. I still think it's usable. This is like a hand washable piece anyway. And it's not in the place that you're, drinking out of, but I understand it does have that chip, which I said it has this little discoloration too on the tomato, little spot. So I think, some people might want a set of two, but I also just think, because I just love Holt Howard. I don't know. It's
Catworm. I was just saying hello to Catworm. I'm sorry, Sherry.
No. Hi, Catworm. It's just fun to display it too. I just think it's just such a fun little piece. I think that if you have a little one over, they're just sort of fun to, like a fun nostalgic way. Like what kid wouldn't want it? Okay, I'll eat. It's, it's fun, right? And then I think for displayability, especially with a little garden theme, that they're just kind of a classic, Love the lettuce. And they are marked the Holt Howard. tomato, little soup, some crackers, or your little grilled cheese when it's winter, right? But then spring.
You can put vegetable dip in that cup and then just do your vegetables along that platter too.
Yeah, that would be even better, right? But this one does have a little mark on it and a little chip and a, paint chip. So glaze chip. It is a pretty nice, like this isn't, I don't think this is cold painted. I think this is I feel like there's a glaze over it, and that
I think there is on those. I think by then they had perfected how to do it. Yeah.
So I still would not dishwasher these because, in theory, pottery should be able to go in the dishwasher because it got fired at a much higher temperature. But the problem is with old pottery, I don't see any issues, but there's no way there's not at least one little hairline crazing of the glaze somewhere, and then the heat and the water gets into it and can kind of just blah. So they're a special occasion, right? So I have two, so it's $10 for choice. Lizzie, I see you at 10. And then you can have one or two, or the winner bid can. And I'm going to count it down and move us along. Bottle brush tree. And Santa. Yeah. It was just really fun. And even in the springtime for your, garden. I'm with Garden Guy Bill. I'm all tongue tied. How can I talk about gardening stuff? I'm with the celebrity. Okay, so we're looking for 11 or more on choice. I have two available. One has a chip on the cup, and I will count from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for the bid end from Tracy TNT. Thanks for taking over.
So cute.
Really cute. There's the bid end. Thank you. And I'll just watch the comments, Lizzie. Just let me know. I see you're just in case of 21. Came in after the bid end, but you also didn't need it. So just let me know if you want one or both, and I'll just watch the comments. Thanks, Lizzie.
All right, Molly. How much is your next item starting at?
It is 22.
Okay. She wants both.
Fun fact about me, I am from Ohio. And so is this fabulous Hull, Hull, because I don't know if I'm saying it right, but who knows how it's coming across. Hull pottery piece. So this is number 63. It is marked on the bottom. And interesting, I found a lot of these, but I did not find them or one in this color wheel. So it's like a cream and orange and brown. There you go, right there. And I just thought, you know what? Again, here we go. Fall is right here. And this is it. All you need is this. You just need this little piece right here. You toss your pine cones in here, a little sprig, and you have this fabulous fall display. It's just that simple. I could put that, that's right, I could put that in there. It measures 13 by 10. There are no conditions with this piece. I consulted my plant guru, and I now know, and I think I'm going to pronounce it correctly, that this is a caladium leaf. Yes?
It looks like one, yeah.
Did I say it right? That's the bigger thing.
You did say it correctly.
There you go. So I don't know. Again, I'm always looking for fall pieces. If you go to Home Goods and all those places, they have all their stuff out, and there's nothing like an old established piece of pottery. Hull was in. Jamie, I see you at 22. Thank you so much. These were in production, or Hull. The company was in production in 1905 in Crooksville, Ohio, which was actually, I guess, east of where I was. I was in Columbus, and there was Melody, Southern Ohio, OH, girl. Hopefully you're still in here. But yeah, this is just a really, really nice, simple, nice lines, beautiful piece, great coloring for fall. And I know that we are in a number time crunch right now, so I'm not going to hold this up any longer. I'm going to do the countdown. I'm at 22, looking for 23 or more. We are doing just in case. And now, who is our friend Tracy is doing our bid end. So I'm coming.
Nope. We have Alicia back. She's taking over. She jumped back
Alicia. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. So I am starting at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 23 or that bid end. There is the real color there. It is pretty nice. I like that it's not that high glaze for this particular piece.
Larry.
Not Larry.
Oh, sorry, Larry. I see that bid in. So Jamie, this is yours for 22. Thank you so much, babe.
All right, Bill.
Thanks,
Okay,
Lisa.
Jason, I'm starting the next for choice at 35.
All right.
So I have these Lefton salt and pepper shakers. It's not choice between the shakers. This is just one choice. The pair of salt and pepper shakers is the first choice for 35. And you may know this is called the Miss Dainty. What's commonly referred to as Miss Dainty. Everyone lists it as Miss Dainty, but if you look in the Lefton catalogs, she's actually called Dainty Miss. Have the salt and pepper shakers in great condition. The only condition issue I would note, and I had to put my glasses on to see it. She does have some crazing around her face area and a little bit on top of her hat. Not significant at all. No chips or cracks. And I also have the cookie jar, also starting at 35 for choice.
Wow.
The cookie jar is in great condition. No chips or cracks. Oftentimes with this cookie jar, and I see it whenever I see this flour is all chipped up. This flour doesn't have any chips on it at all. If you see something right now that looks like a chip, it's not. It's just the light from my ring light. Normally there are chips around the edge here too, and on the inside edge, nothing. This one is in such good condition. So happy to be bringing her in such good condition tonight.
We're just like,
Yeah, so if anyone is interested in a little Dainty Miss, I have the cookie jar and I have the salt and pepper shakers. They do still have their stoppers, but as you can see, they're those old rubber stoppers. They have degraded over time, so they are brittle. Yeah, you can see it really well there. They are brittle, so you would just need to figure out what you want to do with them. But I'm guessing most people. Did Michael Todd just bid on something?
He did. Two times.
What universe am I living in? Not that anyone else's bids are less important, by the way. But she's just adorable. I've had her for a while, trying to figure out what sale to bring her to. And I know it might be a little insane to be offering the cookie jar as a choice with the salt and pepper shakers, but just hoping that I can find homes for them both.
That's fabulous, Bill. Oh my gosh.
So
I don't know. You find the best things.
Yeah, and again, these are Lefton. So these were made by the same company that made Miss Priss. These were sort of manufactured a little bit after Miss Priss came out. And again, the common name for her, if you look on the listings on eBay or other places or WorthPoint, is people call her Miss Dainty. But actually in the Lefton catalog, she's referred to as the Dainty Miss.
Interesting.
And
it
yeah,
actually makes more sense with the time period.
Agree.
That's
And
what
again, with the
that
center,
makes more sense that you would call her Dainty Miss.
Yeah, and this hat is just fantastic.
It almost looks like a tablecloth when you laid it down like that. Like it almost looks like she had a tablecloth draped over her head. It's really, really nice.
Honestly, I don't think the camera does her justice, because when you see this in person, the cookie jar, it is even more impressive than the Miss Priss.
Yeah.
Turn the lights off just to give you a little bit better look. And this is like a fully realized sculpt and paint job. I mean, there's attention was paid to every aspect of this. She has this bow on the back of her hat. And the other interesting thing about this one has blonde hair, but there is a Dainty Miss. I don't know do you know this, Jason? There is a Dainty Miss with gray hair.
Gray?
Yeah, there is. There is.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? Gray hair. you want to pick her up because she's special.
She is special.
I just want a gray-haired Kitschy girl. I
All
love it.
gray-haired girls are special.
All right, so once again, we have the salt and pepper shakers and the cookie jar for choice. And I'll go ahead and start a countdown. So right now, Cult of Vintage has a bid of 65, so we're looking for 66 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. They look kind of cute when they're looking at each other.
They are so
Oh,
cute.
I didn't know you were there. Hi, friend.
Oh,
Okay.
Michael. Okay, there's the bid end.
So it looks like Michael Todd had just in case of 79 before the bid end, but Tins and Toys had a bid of 87. A bunch of bids came in after. So Tins and Toys, let me know for 87 if you would like the cookie jar, the salt and peppers, or both. And
This
then-
lag is just not everything.
What an opportunity though to get all three of those.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of why I we'll see how it works.
Yowza.
Both.
Yay!
Fantastic. So thanks so much, Lori.
This lag is causing me all sorts of anxiety this evening because as the host, it is just coming in all at once. So, all right. So now how do I follow that? Well, I'm going to follow it with what I do best. Since August is amber glass month, I'm going to follow it for $20 with this gorgeous piece of Fenton amber glass. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the cabbage rose, although I think we should be. Cabbage rose pattern, this gorgeous compote by Fenton. So I'm asking 20 for it. It measures about 7.5 inches tall, and it is about 6 inches wide here from side to side. So on this gorgeous piece of amber glass, I love the way the base is. I love how they scalloped the base like this, almost like a flower. I could just see this gorgeous piece being used in your fall displays. I could see you guys adding, I don't know, some candy corn to that. I could see you guys throwing some pine cones in that. I just think that Fenton amber glass is just so gorgeous. Now, Bill, I think this, I'm putting you on the spot. Would this also be like did they call this colonial, the color? Because I know they made it colonial.
So the blue is colonial. I don't know if the amber is as well. I actually think there's a colonial green. I don't
Yes,
think
there
There is
is.
a colonial green.
There
I don't
is.
know about amber.
But I love how they even have the roses right here on the stem of it. And there's no damage at all to this piece at all. There's no chips. Just look at the detailing there that you can see on that. It's just a gorgeous, yummy piece of glass. Of course, it is Fenton. It would look great in your fall display. It would look great in your, you could do all sorts of different, things with that. Like I was thinking even throw some pine cones in that. Just gorgeous.
It
This
looks like
sculpt
honey.
also came in carnival as well.
Okay.
And variations of carnival. So there's a black carnival, there's an amethyst in the same sculpt. So here's something you could start a collection with or add a collection.
Or like almost do a rainbow of.
Yeah.
That's better, Jason.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Now you guys can see exactly what it looks like. So $20 on this, but in the sake of time, if there's no interest, we can put this to the side and bring it back during the recap. But this is Fenton. This is their cabbage rose. It is a compote, and it measures 7.5 by 6 inches wide. But okay. Miss Sherry, you're up. How much on your next item?
20 for both.
Okay.
And can I tell Bill got new internet, right? That's the secret.
Yay.
All new internet. Thank you, Christy, for noticing.
Okay. These are two books, and they are both the Raggedy Ann and Andy, and I'll kind of go through them, but you're bidding on both. I thought, first of all, I actually thought for like a Halloween display, you've got some orange and some black, and it would be kind of adorable, and they almost look like kids kind of dressed up. It's funny because this one's in rougher shape the cover. But this one is Raggedy Ann in the deep, deep woods. But I love that there's this little fairy. And this is the 1960, I think. Sorry. Yes, this is the 1960. And it has just beautiful illustrations. And it's got like, look at that. Oh, I opened just to the page to get you, Bill.
I love it. I love it.
Right? I mean, they're just really magical illustrations. So even if you're not a Raggedy Ann and Andy fan, they're just so cute. And I thought it was just such a displayable book. It's also a readable book. Both of these, I will say, have the good old book smell. You know what I mean? Like the library smell is good. Sometimes it's like, no, it's not good. It's too musty, right? Now this one is like, no offense, but maybe a little more special because this is 1924. It does have some writing on the inside. But the pictures, you know, there's something about this is Raggedy Ann and Andy and the camel with the wrinkled knees. This guy, Johnny Gruelle, is like kind of a famous illustrator from that time. And you can feel, I'm sorry, I can't do that over there, but you can feel the 1924 paper is even just really beautiful.
They're watching TV. Don't they look like they're laying in bed watching TV?
They do. Flip
I was like, who's watching TV?
Oh,
yeah.
That's like me and my husband laying back watching some Schitt's Creek. Look at them.
1924. What kind of a time? Wait, I'm quite sure. I looked it up. I
trust you, but that's just
it's just I did. I admit I had to Google because it's MCXXIV, but that's 24, right?
Yeah. Sure, absolutely, Sherry.
Somebody. I didn't know that when I started selling vintage, I was also supposed to learn my Roman numerals, but apparently I was. But yeah, so, you know, Raggedy and Andy, I don't know if they're super known to maybe the next generation, but I kind of feel like you don't even have to know their story. You can. They're cute. Right. But with these illustrations are just really displayability. And I'm not trying, you know, you could, well, this one is, you could like cut them and frame them if you wanted to display them or maybe even do a nursery or something. But like, if you do that, I would look this one up first because I don't know that I would cut this book because this book is a little more collectible. And
Charisse, was that? I just want to double check, Charisse, that was
she's saying sure 24 for the Roman numerals.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So this one I probably would recommend not cutting up because there's definitely collectors that want it for the illustrator. Look at the.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would just display it differently, like in a cookbook rack or, you know, some sort of a plate rack, just that you could have different ones open. But they really had some serious adventures, this camel. And like I said, for Halloween, even like you've got these trees. Can you see the?
Yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah. So this cover has some damage. Lizzie, I see it 20. Thank you. But even for Halloween, a little damage almost kind of, you know. Mm-hmm. And then this with the orange and the black, they would just look like little kids going trick or treating. Yeah. They know we're getting late. I see you. Yeah, no, I understood what you meant, Sharice, because you were helping me with. You said sure, but I don't know if you were definitely confirming my Roman numeral work. But I fully admit I Googled that, so I can't. I don't know. I get so nervous about those Roman numerals on it. It can't be that hard. Anyway, right?
No, I know I do too. Before I say, I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I will start a countdown looking for 21 or more. This is not choice. This is for both books. One's from 1924 and 1960, but I just thought they'd be cute to stay together. Lizzie, I see it 20, looking for 21 or more. Yeah, color copy and then frame. I like that idea. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for the bid end. Yeah, color copy would be fun too. They're really cute. this Johnny, I don't know if it's Gruel, but I mean, he's just.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
There's so many in here. Like you could keep changing it.
There's your bid end.
Nice, Lizzie.
Thanks for the bid end. Lizzie, you didn't need your just in case. So these are coming to you for 20. Thank you so much.
All right. How much is your last item, Molly?
Just $12.
Gotcha.
So I'm not even going to try to butcher this name, you guys. Hopefully there'll be some artists out there who can pronounce it for me. So this is made by an artist by the name of Cleo, and the last name is Teissedre. So this lovely woman was born in 1930. She just passed in 2020, but she made all of these really cool native trivets. She did watercolor. She was a Navajo storyteller. And again, this is not my norm here, but the colors on this were just so crazy. It is a trivet, or it can be hung. It does have one little boo-boo here, right here in this corner. But the colors on it, the glaze, the paint, it's just all that yumminess all together. Zona, I see you at 12. Thank you so much. It measures 6 by 6. Again, it is signed by this lovely lady. And based on what I looked on the internet, she sort of stayed out of the whole internet realm. There's not a lot of information about her personally. She was born in California. She passed in Tucson, Arizona. And that's pretty much all I have on her, except for these fabulous tiles that she makes. So on the back of here, it just says, presented the finest and hand-painted ceramic tile, kiln-fired for permanent beauty. Used as a coaster, trivet, or wall decor. So I know we are running short on time. I see Zona at 12. I'm going to count it down. We have a just in case if you need it. We also have a bid ender. I'm looking for 13 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 13 or more, or that bid in from our girl, Alicia. Thank you so much for hanging out and doing that with us tonight.
Did you see Alicia has some of her storytellers?
I did not.
That's
Alicia,
cool.
maybe you know more about, like, there was just nothing about her personally. A lot of her tributes, a lot of her art for sure. Wonderful. And you know what, Zona? You don't even need it, girlfriend. This is yours for $20. Thank you so much.
You meant 12, but yeah.
12. Oh my gosh, 12. Yeah, only 12. Oh, it's getting late.
All right, Jason, $16. And once again, people might think we planned this, but we don't. Jason mentions colonial colors, and I'm bringing you a Fenton colonial blue
That's so funny.
handkerchief with the thumbprint design on it. One of these beautiful handkerchief blue Fenton pedestal bowls with the big ruffled edge. Just a gorgeous piece of blue glass, standing 9 inches tall, if anyone is interested. But this is the colonial blue color. I knew I needed to bring some blue glass tonight, and that's why I knew I needed to bring it, because we have some blue glass lovers in the group.
Good
But
to
this
know.
is just such a nice piece. The clarity of the glass here is so gorgeous. The way that they do these, this handkerchief look, where you have these ruffles in it, it's just pretty spectacular. And again, look down the center. What you're seeing, that ring of round areas, is the thumbprint design from the outside. Just really, I'm hoping that's catching nicely.
It's beautiful.
Really beautiful piece of glass.
Jinx.
I hate having my fingers all over this stuff all the time, which is why I like to display it, just so that people can get a sense of what it looks like on its own.
Sure.
And again, if you're someone who does a lot of displays, this is a great color for winter and Christmas, the alternate sort of coloring.
Larry thinks he doesn't believe you. You and Jason do plan to bring the same. He's just kidding.
Yeah.
No, for certain, we didn't plan today because I literally didn't know what I was doing until a few hours before the show. So,
Well, you brought beautiful things, Bill.
I
It
think
is
it's
really
beautiful
funny,
too.
you two, watching you two. You really do it a lot. And it's not even necessarily like you had an amber piece, but then you just happen to say the word colonial. Like it's just, that's so funny.
All right, so I'm interested in ending this last round so we can get to our recap. So Mix Mom is in at 46. I'm going to start a countdown. So if you would like, you may use it just in case to put in your best bid. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So Mia has the high bid right now at 55.
Fabulous. That's beautiful.
I feel like that's my life of, not supposed to get anything else that month, and I still do. Okay, so there's the bid end. Mia, thank you for your bid. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. This is coming to you for $55.
All right. And my last item of this afternoon or this evening, depending where you live, is going to be starting at $10 on choice. And your first choice is going to be on the cute little Tinkerbell. She is made in Japan. So she is one of the 1960s. Hopefully we can get that to pick up there in just a moment.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
So it is made in Japan. It is Walt Disney, as you can see. Well, let's see if I can try it so that it is the right way. Nope, that's in reverse since, okay.
Well, it worked.
You was good. You were good that time.
It was Walt Disney Productions Japan. We saw it all.
Gotcha. Thank you, guys. So this little Tinkerbell measures about 4 inches tall, and some of these Japan ones are on the harder side to find, especially ones that aren't damaged or chipped up. But she is in very, very good condition, so $10. And she measures, if I didn't say already, she's just about 3 inches tall. But I think she would look so cute, especially if you guys did like a Halloween display and you wanted to have like a little figurine that looked like, they were dressed up for Halloween. I think that would be great. Of course, in with all your Disney, but she's just in very, very good condition with no paint loss. This is all cold paint on her. So thank you. I see everybody's bids, and we're with Julie at $12. So that is your first choice. And like I said, a lot of times these are chipped up and a lot of times they're missing a lot of cold paint. So your second choice is on the cute little pixie fella here. He's either very cheery or he's angry or he's just giving somebody the business. So this guy
he's planning something. He's planning something. Jason.
Yes, he is. Absolutely. Now he is about 4 inches tall. Bill, I don't know the maker. I'm thinking that it's Royal Copley, but do you know for sure who made it?
It might be. It's sort of giving me a little bit of Gilner too, but Royal Copley might be a better choice.
Okay. I mean, I was assuming just because this is the only thing that I could put out there was that Royal Copley did make figurines. A lot of the other companies stuck primarily with planters, and he kind of is the same sculpt of their birds, if you know what I mean. So, and I think he would have had maybe a foil tag if they did mark him, but I think he's cute nonetheless. I think he'd be great in your Christmas or your fall or your pixie collection. So Christy, I see you for 13. And if I probably told you 10 times already, I'll tell you again, this guy's about 4 inches tall. So right now we're at 13, looking for 14 on either the cute little Pottery pixie there or the made in Japan ceramic Tinkerbell. And I think they kind of look cute together. I kind of think that if you guys had like a little fairy garden or if you guys had air plants or had plants like Bill does, I think tucking her in there would just look so cute and adorable. So let's count it down. We're looking for 14. That's on choice. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And that's either on the little pixie guy or the little made in Japan Tinkerbell by Walt Disney Productions. All right, so Lizzie, I see you for 14, and then we're just waiting for that bid end, and there is our bid end. So congratulations, Lizzie. At 14, let me know if you wanted Tinkerbell for 14 or if you wanted the Pixie for 14, or you can definitely take them both. And then Christy, you will have backup at 13. So Lizzie, I got you for the Tinkerbell at 14. Thank you so much. So then, Christy, let me know if you were interested in our Pixie friend for $13. And then I think we could go as far back as Julie. Julie then would be at 12. So,
Yep.
Christy, let me know if you wanted. You'll take him, the naughty one. All right. Well, if he does anything, I want you to send me a message on what he does, because he could be up to no good. So, just let me get this.
I haven't seen him before, Jason. I love him.
Yeah.
I've sold him once before, but he does not
Really?
come around that often.
Crazy.
So kill Martin. All right, guys. So now we've come to the end of the sale. Let me highlight everything if this wants to cooperate with me. Now let's get everybody back up here on the screen. Well, gang, we did it. It's time for our recap time, but we just want to thank you guys all for hanging with us. Before we start the recap, I just want you guys to all know, you guys that purchased from us, our emails are right here below us. So some of the folks over that sold with us tonight, like Molly, this was her first time. So I'm sure a lot of you could be new to her. So please make sure you email her. Email all of us. If you guys purchased from us, we're going to need your PayPal email. We're going to need your full address, and we're going to need your whole name so that we can figure out exactly who you are, so we can get you invoiced and get it going. It is recap time, so let me go ahead and put that down here. And does everybody have a recap? Does everybody have something? Nope.
I have one thing.
Okay, so then the way a recap will work is we will give a brief description. We'll give a price. First person to put it in has right to it. If more than one person is interested in it, then we'll do a quick countdown and we'll bid it out, and then we'll move on. So, all right, let's get us over here. Let's get Sherry over here and hit it, Sherry.
These are Shawnee 3-inch salt and pepper. The Waking Out, $15 for the pair. They don't have their stoppers, but other than that, they have really no issues. And I think they're adorable. That nice heavy Shawnee Pottery, 15. So that's it.
Is that all you had, Sherry?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll make it really quick. I had the mid-century. My thought process, this is Venetian. So I'm pretty certain it is Venetian or Italian glass. So if you're interested in the decanter, just put in decanter, and let me show you. It is amethyst top and the amethyst bottom. And you can see that it is 12 inches tall. So I'm looking for 30. So just put in 30 bottle. And then finally, I had the amber Fenton cabbage rose compote. So if there's any interest in that, I was looking for 20. So you could just put in Fenton 20. And that would be yours. So we'll just give a few moments for any lag. And then we will get everybody back over here. Let me hit that right there. Why is not? There we go. There's everybody. Hey, guys, we did it.
We need balloons. Push, push.
It was so good. That was fun, guys. Now, gang, before I let everybody give the lowdown, the treasure hunters will be getting together every other week. So our next sale together here on my channel on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern will be on August 30th. So we will be rotating other sales in between. So we'll have some kitsch sales. We'll have some holiday sales. We'll have all sorts of different things for you. But next time we'll all be together with the treasure hunters here will be on August 30th. So let's go ahead in the order that I see. Tell them when they're gonna see you again. So go ahead, Molly. When are you going to be back?
Oh, holy moly. I'm going to actually do a whatnot sale tomorrow for a bunch of small vintage Christmas. I have never done a whatnot. It's a week of firsts for me. So if you want to have some good laughs, come check me out whatnot tomorrow starting at 1:30.
And also, before I forget, everybody has their links in the description of this. So once we're done, you guys can follow them. And then what we'll do is for the next one, we will add their whatnot links. We added Sherry's, but we didn't add yours, Molly, but we'll do that for the next time, okay?
Yep, not a problem.
All right, Bill.
And
When are
it's
they
really
going to
easy on Whatnot because you're two good friends vintage over there also.
Yeah. All right, Bill. When are they going to see you again?
So I'll be back on YouTube with Jason tomorrow night for the Vintage Gents. I think you all know that's at 7. And then I have 2 sales later this week on Instagram. There's a Christmas sale with Marcy the Vintage Bulldog at 9 o'clock on Friday. And then Jason and I and a bunch of other sellers are involved in an all-day Halloween sale on Instagram. On Saturday, Jason and I will be in a 2-hour block from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. And I know we have some great stuff. So if you want Christmas or Halloween, catch me later this week.
All right, Miss Sherry, when can they find you? Where and when?
Larry, we saw the new logo and
we love
it.
It's
love
good.
it.
It's good.
And tomorrow I have a sale every Wednesday at noon Eastern on Whatnot, where I start off with some ephemera and then I move into some small like holiday and little ceramics and little glass things. So it's going to be all kind of littles, but that's a winner's choice. So I think the winner's choice is just a little bit of a different sale and they're fun. And then I'm there every Wednesday, noon Eastern.
All right, I'll rattle this off as quickly as possible. Next Tuesday here on my channel, same time, it's going to be a big Kitsch sale. I will be joined with the lovely Enamour Amy. We will have Bristol of Bristol Elizabeth, and we will have Stacy of Coitchy Y Butterfly. So hopefully you guys can join us again next Tuesday. You'll see me next on tomorrow with the Vintage Gents. We already know who and what's going on there. So then I will be back then Thursday on YouTube with the Vintage Quartet. This week's guest is the very lovely Enamour Amy. I'm trying to talk too fast. The very lovely Enamour Amy, also hosted along with Sarah the Traveling Button and David Junk Drunk Mantiques. While there's still about 60 of you here, please, if you have not already, please subscribe to Mother Tuckers here on YouTube. I'm trying to hit 1,000. It also gives me some more things that I'm able to do as a small business over here. And I want to just continue to be able to have these sales and bring you guys some great sellers and some great vintage. So with all that said, thank you all for joining us tonight or this afternoon, wherever you were at, and have a good evening. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, guys.